Yeah, man, it's everything's moving in the right direction, and except at my house.
Uh-oh.
Except at my house.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, just kind of lounging around yesterday, and all of a sudden my oldest comes out of the bathroom, and he's like, the sink handle, it won't turn completely off, right?
Okay.
And so it's one of the ones in the wall, right? It's in the wall. So you look confused.
Your sink handle comes out of the wall.
It's in the wall, so it's like connected right there.
It's
not part of the sink. It's not connected to the sink.
I got you.
Okay?
It's like a one of those like keg taps that you have that you
just turn it,
built
right?
in
You
the
just
wall.
turn it. It's got a handle. It's got a handle. You just turn it down, right, to turn it on. All right.
Never seen one of those, but you and I are in different tax brackets, so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, all right. What can I say about that?
Nothing you should say.
Right.
Hey,
take it on the chin.
You've earned it.
Yeah,
you've earned it.
You're damn right. I did.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm just stating a fact.
No, I know it was a good one. It was funny. And so he's like, it won't turn completely off. And so I'm like, all right, well, let me go see. And so I'm in there, so I'm trying to get, and it's not coming out that hard, but it's still. And so I'm messing with it, and then all of a sudden, I just ripped the whole handle out of the wall.
Were you getting frustrated?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I was sweating.
So you were getting mad.
Well, yeah, I was getting mad.
And you probably pulled too hard.
Well, yeah, of course I did, Mike.
Well,
thank you. I took the whole dang thing out of the wall.
I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted everyone to know you lost control of your emotions.
It was like a repeat of Philly all over again when I got kicked out of the game.
Right, exactly. You couldn't hold your water.
I can't, man. I thought I would have matured by now a little bit, right? But damn,
no,
I was getting frustrated, and then so it went from like a little drip to like a complete like.
Oh no.
Like coming out hard. So I'm like,
no.
So called in Uncle Randy to come help. He couldn't help, and he's a handy guy. He couldn't. There was no valve shut off under the sink. Sometimes there's a valve shut off under the sink.
Did you turn off the main water in the house?
Well, then I had to say, where is that damn thing at?
You don't know where that is? Again, different tax bracket.
Well, so I ended up.
People in that bracket don't think about these things.
Right. Yes.
Somebody else does for them.
So I ended up figuring it out. Okay. And so then we had to get a emergency 24-hour emergency plumber come out to get it fixed, and so that was like at 9:30, 9:45 at night.
Woo. And
ended up getting it fixed. Don't know how because I wasn't involved with that. But it ended up getting fixed. But I mean, it was just coming out. Nonstop. My water bill this month, you're talking about your water bill, and it's going to be extremely high. They're going to dock me, because every time you go up another dang liter, it's another, $5 more a gallon. That's a racket, by the way.
Oh, of course,
that's a racket.
Of course it is. Of course
it's
it
like
is.
If you say we're in a drought, then they just upcharge everything.
Right.
It's like
might as well make some money off it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, okay, so that was my night.
Wow, yeah. Well, listen, I'm not gonna have too much fun with you because as somebody who had a flooded basement once a few years ago from some biblical rains that we got, once you see water coming out in places it's not supposed to,
scary.
It's
frightening.
It is frightening. I think I have water flooding PTSD. I mean, it's just once you've had it, you never really get over it.
Never.
Well, speaking of mechanical, structural, repair type issues, good news. The stands here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, that were deemed unsafe because of high winds over the weekend with all the storms we had. The stands were considered structurally unsafe. They were checked out. They're all good. So today, if you have tickets to today's practice, good news. Come on out. You'll be able to watch practice.
Do you feel bad?
And there was much rejoicing.
Do you feel bad?
Do I feel bad?
Yeah.
What?
Because yesterday when they closed the stands, you were making fun of it.
Making fun of what?
You're like, oh man, do they really need to do that? I mean, come on. Are they overreacting here? You know, you're a little
Thanks
bit
a lot, Mike.
making fun of
Well,
the
you
situation.
just said you said the powers that be are overreacting to the drought.
Oh yeah, the drought. Yes, but
Okay.
the drought. I'm not talking about the. You're
People-
talking about a tarp on the top here.
Yeah.
That could fall on someone.
Well, but sometimes people, overreact, and maybe that was the case there. But they were on the side of safety. So I
That's right, Mike.
I
That's
get
what
it.
they're supposed to
But
do.
I do think I know for myself as a fan that if I had a ticket to yesterday's practice, I would have been willing to roll the dice.
Wait a second.
If I'm a fan and I have a ticket and this is the only practice I'm going to get to, these tickets were hard to come by, I would say I'll roll the dice.
I'll take a chance.
I'll
take it. I mean, what are the odds?
What are the odds?
Well,
right.
It wasn't even windy. What are the odds?
What are the odds?
The odds are really low. But
What
if
are
it
the
does happen, are you good going out that way?
You're a high risk reward type guy. Maybe other fans out there would look at this as, again, you got to think about tax brackets, and you take this kind of stuff for granted. But fans out there who want to see their beloved Broncos,
you're on it today.
who want to see their beloved Broncos, might be willing to roll the dice. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, but hey, then you're gonna have to sign a liability.
All right,
deal.
sign a waiver.
Right, you got to sign a waiver.
Sign a waiver.
You're gonna have to sign a waiver though, and if you're able to do
Dan
that,
Jacobs, the barbecue lawyer.
That's right. We could have got him out here with waivers.
He could have passed out waivers for the Broncos.
Barbecue lawyer, and he could have fed everyone. And he could have fed everyone.
Even better, he could have set up like a little bootleg stand outside.
That's right.
And he could have said, "Hey, anything happens, I got a class action ready to roll. You can sign up for."
Here's some free brisket. Here's some free brisket. My God!
I'm the reverse ambulance lawyer. I get there before the carnage. Here you go. Here's some hot links.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he did say whenever I start my podcast, he's going to be the lead sponsor of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have one right off the bat.
Yep. Unlike
me, still waiting. Still waiting. All righty. On that note, let's get it going. Mike Kliss will be joining us coming up at 6:45. So we look forward to visiting with our 9 News Bronco insider. In the meantime, Sean Payton explaining why we will not get a joint practice with the Packers this week. That's next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
What is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions that are ending next week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Kicking it off on Monday, August 24th, ending at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got a Parker Arms and Gunsmithing auction that will be going down. It's got ammunition, firearm accessories, gun safes, tools, retail fixtures, and so much more. And then the following day, we have a big boy auction going down, contractors, vehicles, tools, and equipment auction that will be ending at 8:30 in the morning. Also got a government computer police evidence auction that will be ending the following day. This is what I love about Roller Auction, is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. So go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, CEO of Don's Garage Doors. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you thought about your garage door? Most people never do. The problem is that your garage door may be the hardest working appliance in your home. It opens and closes thousands of times every year, lifting hundreds of pounds each and every time. You change the oil in your car, you service your air conditioner, your garage door deserves the same attention. A simple tune-up catches worn parts before they fail. A tune-up keeps everything running quietly and can add years of life to your system. And that's why preventative maintenance is one of the smartest investments you can make for your garage door. Garage doors usually warn you before they break. We're here to help before that happens. Call today for our $29.95 tune-up special. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Jane is a small business owner. Tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
The Total Solutions Advantage. No one does business like Comcast Business.
The more solutions you add, the more you save. Get started today with a qualifying internet package for as low as $60 a month when you add an advanced solution. Plus, new customers, ask how to get up to $1,500 in prepaid cards when you add 2 lines of mobile to a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Prepaid card offers end 9/13/2026.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. If you've listened to me the past few years, you know I love golfing. And the courses I keep playing are Aurora's 5 public courses. Spring Hill is one of the best hidden gems around, perfect for becoming a short game chef. And Saddle Rock, well, the mountain views never get old. Beautiful course conditions, great service, and the restaurants keep me coming back. Book your next tee time or learn more about lessons, leagues, and programs at golfaurora.com. And go ahead and follow them on Instagram at golfaurora.co.
Skip this year's Front Porch Roofing Circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 1043 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, we are live out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. A beautiful morning, quiet so far. No rollers, no blowers, no mowers. So very, very nice day, nice morning thus far. And later on, the Broncos will be practicing in front of fans. So, again, update the stands, the bleachers, which were ruled unsafe yesterday, negating fans being able to come out. All good, check out. And so if you have a ticket for today's practice, come on by and watch Broncos practice. There will not be a joint practice this week with the Packers. When the preseason schedule came out, I think all of us pretty much assumed, Stoke, there would be a joint practice because we've gotten used to those over the years. But no joint practice with the Packers this week. Sean Payton explains why.
I would say they'll be similar. I think we can kind of create some of these competitive periods that, we don't always have to have another team to do it, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe a little bit more to that practice in drills that we might have done, let's say, with Green Bay or Minnesota, if that makes any sense. I think we can control it, and it helps with the install schedule.
Look, Stoke, not only have the Broncos done a lot of joint practices over the years, but every time they did one, Sean and everyone would talk about and go on about the benefits of doing a joint practice. So why not one this week?
Yeah, no, I was a little bit confused by that because I do think that you get a lot from it when you look at just going up against a different system, offensively and defensive, different looks, different players. You've been going up against the same old for 2.5, 3 weeks, and it's always good to get a different look. Because, when you start playing real football, they're not going to all play the same stuff, the same technique. And so the more that you see early on, I think the more prepared you are for when you see it in the regular season. But, yeah, of course, you can set up different things in practice to try to simulate some of that stuff, but it's still not quite the same.
I think if you follow the breadcrumbs, this makes a lot of sense. This was a Broncos team that started their offseason conditioning program later than everybody else. They started training camp later than everybody else. And I think that there has been a message delivered that, look, we want to keep our players in good shape. We want to keep them fresh. We want to keep them healthy. We want to keep them rested. And we want to reduce the risk of injury. And when you put all that together, I think we're looking at a team that is got a lot of experience together, the continuity, the whole run-it-back thing that we talked about. I think Sean Payton is looking at it like, we're good, man. We just need to kind of fine-tune a few things here and there, just make sure we're polished up enough and ready to go for the start of the regular season, but we're not gonna do as much during the offseason as we've done before because, quite frankly, with everybody here in place and the systems in place, there's no need to.
Well, and I don't mind that. Like, if you're going to start the offseason a little bit later because you went to the AFC Championship game, the season was a little bit longer than in years past, and that's fine. But you're really talking about one practice against Green Bay. That's really all they do nowadays, right? You don't ever see, or you hardly ever see the two times because what happens in that second one? Then there's all kinds of fights. So usually you just get one practice in with them, and that's kind of it. Then you do your own thing. I just think because of Bo Nix's situation and his ankle and having the surgery, having the cleanup, not really going through the offseason at all, that it would have been good for him. But again, like I said yesterday, I'm not going to make the biggest of deals about it. They look great on Friday night. They've had some really good practices, so I think it could have helped them a little bit. Sean Payton, doesn't think so. I'll trust in Sean here.
And you also look at the Packers too. They're kind of in the same boat. I was talking to a Packer fan yesterday. I think this is Matt LaFleur's. Did I get this right? 7th.
He's been there for a while.
8 years already. He's been there a while. So maybe the same thing. Maybe the Packers look at it and say, yeah, we're good too. Because, tell me if I'm wrong, but I would think that even though it's still a practice, it's a joint practice, there's a different kind of energy around practice. And, might the players for both teams go a little bit harder in a joint practice setting than maybe a Sean Payton and a Matt LaFleur want him to at this stage?
Well, no, I don't know about that. It is still football. We're not playing, tackle. We're playing tackle football. We're not playing two-hand touch. We're
Have
not playing.
You seen training camp
we're
these
not playing,
days?
I know, but we're not playing flag football. So you got to get ready Sean Payton likes to get after it, Mike. When they go, right? It's
different when you're going up against an opponent.
Right, which I think is good at this time of year because what did we talk about yesterday? Oh, that third week of camp. You just had your first game. You had a day or so off, and it's hard to get back going. Then you had no fans. It's hard to get back going again, and then all of a sudden you line up against another team. Now the juices start flowing again. That energy picks up. So I think there's a lot of positives to it. Again, they decided this year not to do it. All good.
I guess if on Friday against Atlanta they looked sloppy, they looked undisciplined, they were committing a bunch of false start and offside type penalties, and there were drop balls, I guess maybe I'd say, ooh, guys, you're missing a good opportunity by not doing this week. But with the way they played, which was one of the sharper preseason openers I've seen in a long time.
Seemed like a lot of penalties in that game. I just felt that way. Not just on the Broncos, both
right.
teams. It's just like a lot. And usually that's what you have in preseason. Right. You're playing guys that are second-string, third-string guys that you won't be asking much of during the regular season. It just seemed like, I don't know, it might have just been a point of emphasis from the refs. Like early on, we're going to be calling these games tight. So I wasn't quite sure, but it just seemed like, okay, here's another penalty. Here's another penalty.
But all in all, they look sharp.
Oh, no, they did. The
Broncos look sharp.
They look great.
They look like a team that's,
after watching it again,
ready to go.
I was having second thoughts on that question that you asked me yesterday about Jonah Coleman and the split reps with,
second thoughts?
Dobbins. Yeah.
Well, all right, hold on to that.
I
need, because I don't know exactly what the point was I made. I move on. I mean, to me, I don't care about.
You dominate,
I
and
don't
then you
care.
put it behind you,
It's
then
like,
you just
it's
move
like,
on.
what have you done for me lately, okay?
Right.
I mean, I don't want to rest on anything. I'm always looking forward.
Yeah.
Always looking ahead.
Right.
So I have no idea what I said. So you apparently do. You'll remind me and then tell me why you were having second thoughts yesterday. Yeah, we'll have Telestrator Tuesday was still coming up at 7:30 as Telestrator Tuesday's back for another year. Mark,
and there was much rejoicing.
Coming up. Yes, yay. Mark will do that coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Mike Kliss will join us coming up in about 25 minutes, so we look forward to that. But not only will you answer that Jonah Coleman question, but I also want to get your thoughts as a wide receiver about something that Sean said about Courtland Sutton, something that he does just about as good as anybody in the NFL. That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Deck Builders builds more decks, more square footage of decks than any other deck builder in Colorado. Overwhelming majority of their projects replacing older existing decks, which makes sense when you consider all those decks built in the 90s and early 2000s are at or way past their expiration date. Maybe you notice it when you walk across your deck. Wood is rotting in some places, sagging in others. Denver Deck Builders will build you a 50-year deck made of the best composite materials like Trex. Their decks will be durable. They'll feel cleaner, cooler. The maintenance will be so much easier. It'll be a place you'll want to spend time with family, friends, or just by yourself. Plus, Denver Deck Builders are design and engineering experts, allowing you to do more with your deck. Make it into the ultimate outdoor living space with features like a roof, pergola, outdoor kitchen, lighting features. Do me a favor, go to their website and see all the amazing decks they've built. Get inspired, then set up a free consultation. Go to ddbonthefan.com. That's ddbonthefan.com.
Hey, Robbie and Dino here at BeatTheDA.
Months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Brandon Stokley here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. The huge heat pump rebates are being cut in half. That means you could lose out on $6,000 or more if you don't get a new heat pump system to heat and cool your home before October 1st. That's real money out the window. Even if you think your HVAC system needs replacing, now is the time to do it. Call my guys today at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
At Gebhardt BMW, they're proud to serve their clients and deliver the luxury experience you expect from BMW and the Gebhardt family. They have immediate availability and flexible transportation options to accommodate your busy schedule. They also offer one-stop shopping for all your BMW needs, from maintenance to repairs, window tint to clear mask, and light body and wheel repair. They really are a one-stop destination for all your BMW needs. Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership in Boulder since 1975.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through August 24th, get the best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Audible makes traffic less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible. Stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Oh, one of the security people here, they're taking a look at the old cryo. The old cryo. Cryo. Easy for me to say. Yeah. Cryo. The old cryo, which is still there. I wonder if it's spoken for when the old building gets torn down. What happens to the old cryo unit?
Yeah, probably just recycle. You know, you get well, they're not using it anymore, so
right.
They have a new one somewhere, right?
Right.
In the new building. Well, you're not going to use the old one in the new building.
No.
I mean, we're spending $175 million, $180. We can, an extra
we could
$5, $10
for the latest. We can pop for the latest model of cryos.
Yes, I think we're okay there, Mike. That's a good thing. So this one here. Once we start tearing down this building, then we're going to get the cryo people out here, and they're going to have to dismantle the whole cryo stuff. There's a lot of electronics. I look at this thing, and, you look at the cameras on the building, you look at the wiring for, the internet stuff that they do, and all the, pipes and stuff. I mean, you're going to have professionals come out here, and you don't just take a bulldozer to it.
I wonder if this cryo unit will find its way over to roller auction. How cool would that be?
Yes,
you
exactly.
see Brandon Stokley We've got an auction going on today. You can get a front loader. You can buy a bus, or you buy your own cryo unit.
Sweet street sweeper, cryo unit. Hey, no, but seriously, I already got to get the Broncos in touch with my guys at Roller, because I walked by the building this morning. You looking in, right, the old training room. I was reminiscing. I was like, damn, I spent a long time in there, right? And but you still see some stuff in there. So that might be a great place to make a few bucks back.
I like that.
Right?
Sure.
Greg?
Hey, Greg.
Hey, you need
maybe
to make
instead
a few
of
bucks back here, man.
Maybe instead of PSLs, we can have a little yard sale out here. We got plenty of space. I can just see everything brought out here.
Oh,
You'll
my
put some
God.
tags on it.
Just a garage sale.
Invite Broncos country
Yeah,
out. You just
that'd
have a
go
giant yard sale.
That'd go well.
Start paying for that new stadium. Quick shout out here. Proper use of shout out. Jenny wants us to wish a happy birthday to her dad, who's one of the loyal viewers on our Denver Sports YouTube chat, presented by Sean Ponda, Colorado Crew, who always is here every day. He's loyal. We appreciate that, but it's his birthday today. And I asked Jenny, how old is he? And apparently
100 years.
Apparently he didn't want that business put out on the street. So happy birthday to Colorado Crew, whatever it is. You got a great daughter.
Does he have a name? That's his name on YouTube?
So he goes by Colorado Crew.
Okay, nice.
And
awesome.
not
Happy birthday.
C-R-E-W, like C-R-U-E, like Motley Crew.
Well, is he really that concerned about his age? Like,
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe he doesn't feel his age. So he doesn't want that age out there because he feels much younger.
Okay, well, hopefully that's the case.
Maybe he's that age and it's a hard, whatever, 62 or something. So, all right, I'm kind of curious. And you can set up the cut with Sean here if you'd like. But we were talking about Jonah Coleman's role this upcoming season. And yesterday I was making the case, hey, if
do you want me to set it up? Or you're going to
all
set
right,
it
guys,
up? I thought you told me I was going to set it up, but you keep rambling. I'm just set it all up for us because it's my segment.
All right,
okay? Is that all right?
Go ahead.
Okay, appreciate you.
Yeah,
so yesterday you were asking, should we look at possibly limiting J.K. Dobbins' carries? Keep him healthy, keep him fresh, get it, 10, 12 carries, and pair him with Coleman, because Coleman looked really good. And yesterday I was like, no, I just think, Dobbins is a top 5 runner in the league if he can just stay healthy, right? And he looked great last year when he was playing and when he was healthy. So I was like, no, you want your running back to get in the flow of the football game. I don't want him to have 1 carry in the first quarter and then 2 carries in the second. I want him to get in the flow of the football game. I think that's important. But man, after rewatching some of that game yesterday, I don't know how you keep Jonah Coleman off the football field. So that's a great problem to have. And I think early on it probably is not going to be a ton of Jonah Coleman. But, man, he just looks a little bit different. Now, we didn't see Dobbins. He just looks different than Harvey. 1 game, I get it. But, wow, when you see him put his foot in the ground and then he hit that spin move, man, I don't know how you keep that guy off the football field. And then you hear Sean Payton say this.
I kind of felt like we knew what the roles were going to be like, and then there was a point. I think he had 2 or 3 carries, and all right, I've seen enough here, and so it's just your instincts relative to the evening and who's playing. But I didn't need to see additional evidence of what I've been seeing for 3 weeks.
See, Ty does a great job when I give him a heads up that there's a clip coming and that's audio coming. He always delivers. There's not like this long dead air like you have whenever you're like, okay, let's do Soren cut 12. And you're like,
thanks a lot, Mike.
Yeah. See, great job, Ty. Appreciate you.
Hey, if you'd like to take him over, go ahead.
Bam. Yeah, that felt good. Yeah, so I love it. Sean's watching the same things.
Yeah.
You see what he's watching?
Well,
he's watching Jonah Coleman go out there, and he's like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he gave him the veteran, respect right there.
Come on. You don't get that.
Right? 4th round pick, a rookie,
right.
And he's like, yeah, you're like a veteran. I've seen enough. You're good.
You're good.
Put you in bubble wrap.
I mean, and you're talking about a guy, so we're out here watching practice. You can't tell Jonah Coleman. I can't tell what he's doing, Mike. I mean, is that a 2-yard run or a 5-yard run? They're not tackling. It's not real football. So you can't evaluate running backs out here like real football, all right? You can't do it. So whenever he goes out there and you're like, oh, even better than advertised. That's what he was. You usually don't see that a lot. Better than advertised. So I was like, wow. Yeah, we might have to all of a sudden give him a few more opportunities than I thought the day before.
Maybe 4 or 5 carries during the course of the season. Get it done.
Look at you.
Get it done.
Like Ohtani.
Twice.
Not once. But twice. I was just, I saw that, right? I'm not really following the Rockies right now. I'm tapped out.
Yeah, me too.
I've moved on. Let's move on.
Just get over 55.5.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
But then we had Dick Montfort out here with Greg. Greg was giving him the tour last week, right? And I was just thinking today, because you see Ohtani come in here. It seems like every time he comes in there, he's hitting like, there's a 3 home run night for Ohtani. That would be fun guy to have on your team, right?
Oh, you think?
And I was just thinking, though, once Greg and Carey take over, like that might be a realistic option.
That they'll be in play for those kind of players, or they'll at least make big-time runs at them.
Right? I'm just saying. That's where my mind went 10, 15 minutes ago.
Dick Montfort, Chris Bryant, Greg Penner, Shohei Ohtani.
Hell yeah!
How is Chris doing?
Just
we should do
just counting his millions. What, another 28 million this year, I think it was? Okay, good for him.
Didn't even make it to day one, did he?
Didn't make it to day one.
Did he do anything?
I think he worked too hard 2 off seasons ago.
Right.
And for the first time ever, he worked during the off season. It was just too much.
He can't even make it through spring training.
No.
And then they're just like, go.
We'll
pay
you to go away.
This guy's making $2 million a month.
Man.
To just do nothing.
Maybe just from a player standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about from a player standpoint, maybe the greatest contract ever in sports history.
Yeah.
Maybe. That or Anthony Rendon. Look him up.
Oh, yeah.
Folks. Look him up.
Angels.
Wow. All right. Mike Kliss joins us and get his thoughts maybe on the first preseason game, why we did not have a joint practice this week. And I do want to ask him, too. I want to lean into his baseball experience because decades of covering Major League Baseball. In his opinion, is Shohei Ohtani the greatest player he's ever seen? We'll run all that by Mike Kliss next.
2 weeks out, and Colorado's fall camps are heating up. Touchdown! Can Coach Prime's brand new offensive line come together in time for the Buffs to prove the doubters wrong? And in Fort Collins, has anyone separated themselves in CSU's quarterback battle before the Rams open against Wyoming? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, I thought I was in pretty good shape financially. My investments were working. I had retirement savings, and I felt like I had the important pieces covered. Then I met with my friends at Trajan Wealth for a second opinion. Hey, Brandon Stokley here. What I learned was that having investments, taxes, and an estate plan isn't the same thing as having them work together. The team at Trajan Wealth looked at the whole picture, and they showed me where things could be more coordinated. They don't just focus on one piece of your financial life. They help connect the dots, investments, tax planning, and estate planning, all working from the same playbook. And they're fiduciaries, which means their advice is built around your best interest. As someone who became a client myself, I can tell you the confidence that comes with having a coordinated strategy makes a real difference. So if you've been wondering whether your current plan is really working as efficiently as it could, get a second opinion from my friends at Trajan Wealth. Call them 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Summers are made for time on your deck. Right now, when you purchase a new deck from 5280 Exteriors during August, you'll get free solar railing lights, no payments, and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. A 2-time President's Club winner, 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
A small roof problem today can become a major expense tomorrow. Colorado hail, wind, and heavy snow can turn minor damage into costly repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Trust Colorado's best roofing for honest inspections, dependable repairs, and reliable service. Schedule your free roof inspection today at roofingcolorado.com.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured car accident victims in Colorado. Serious accidents demand serious representation. We dig into every detail of your case, and we don't back down until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a car accident, call the Wilhite Law Firm today at 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Chris Canty here. Football season is back, and Lids has you covered. Just in time for kickoff. Want the latest headwear to rep your team at the tailgate, at the barbecue, or at the game? Shop the 47-brand NFL collection, exclusively in-store at your local Lids. This collection puts a new spin on retro NFL gear. Lids has every fan covered with all 32 teams, featuring the big-time hits and alternate team logos. You'll find the perfect fit for every Sunday. Selection may vary by store.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
alongside our Mike Kliss. He's presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Mike, good morning. And a lot of us are curious. Sean Payton has always talked up the value of having a joint practice the week leading up to a preseason game. Seemed like this week with Green Bay would be a natural. Why isn't it happening?
He's kind of, I think he's a little bit over him somewhat. He'd rather stay in his routine of installing the offense and going through everything he wants to work with in his practice routine. You kind of get out of your routine with the joint practice. You got to have a rest day, kind of a light day before. Then you have the physical joint practice. You got to come off with a light day after, and then there's the game. And sometimes, it affects what players because you have a joint practice 2 days before, it affects the lineup that you have for the preseason game. So he'd rather keep the emphasis on his practice routine and everything he wants to go through, and the preseason game. So the joint practices, it really the one that they were considering was the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings wanted to have a joint practice here, and Sean ultimately decided not to have one.
Mike, what are you expecting from the starters this week? We saw a lot of them last week, except for Bo Nix. What are you expecting to see from the starters and Bo Nix? How many plays do you think we'll see them out there?
Yeah, I think you'll see all the starters and Bo Nix and Jalen Waddle, who looked pretty good yesterday. He was running with the team. So and Luke Wattenberg also looks like. Well, I don't know about Wattenberg actually, because it looked like Forsythe and Throckmorton were still the centers during team. So and then they'll play. Those guys will play about. It's a good question. Usually in game 2, it's a quarter and a half, but this is game 1 for Bo, who's who usually goes 10 to 15 plays. So my guess would be Bo 10 to 15 plays, and the rest of the starters would be a quarter and a half.
Mike, do we still have a legitimate battle for the backup quarterback position, or in your mind, is it already settled?
Well, all along, it was Jarrett Stidham's job to lose, and he definitely didn't lose it. I think he secured it this last game. He still, there's still 2 more. He can't go chucking picks here in the last 2 games. So there's still a little bit of pressure there. But all along, Stidham was the guy that they were looking to. He's got so much more experience than Ellinger that I think, and especially in this system, that they would. And he's what, making $6 million this year. If you keep 3 quarterbacks, it would be hard to justify Ellinger 2 and Stidham 3. With his $6 million, maybe you could cut his salary down a little bit, but it was always going to be Stidham, and I think unless Sam did something spectacular to win the job, and while I thought he played pretty well considering he was out there with a bunch of guys who didn't know what they were doing, I do think it's Stidham's job.
So do you think they keep 3 on the active?
Not to start. I don't.
Not to start. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't last year. They haven't yet. They do by season's end.
Right.
They figure it out. But to start the season, it's hard to fit in that third quarterback. And so, Sam might, once again, like he did last year, he might get some nibbles from other teams.
Sure. Looking at the wide receiver group, I mean, that room is full, Mike. Do you think that we'll see a move made to unload one of those guys, Mims, maybe, before the end of training camp?
Not Mims, not any of the top 5. They've got, maybe from 6 on back, but not Mims. Okay. Mims is too valuable. First of all, look what he was doing in camp before he got hurt. I mean, he was their best, by far, their best deep threat. And that's what he is. He's a great deep threat. He's their best deep threat. And he's also an all-pro returner. You're trying to win the Super Bowl this year. You know, a second-round draft pick ain't going to help you win a Super Bowl in 2026. Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin, all those guys, you know, those are the back three behind Waddle and Sutton. Those five will be on the opening day roster.
Mike Kliss, our guest. Mike, I want to take you back to your reporting roots. You did a lot of years covering Major League Baseball and the Rockies. Shohei Ohtani put on another show last night at Coors with 2 home runs. Is Shohei Ohtani the greatest baseball player you've ever seen?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to fit him into the box. You know, the pitching and hitting is, you know, that's Babe Ruth stuff. The greatest player I ever saw, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. in center field, you know, the athlete that he was, you know, hit for power, hit for average. It's you know, I mean, he's better than Ohtani. Ohtani doesn't field, you know, he's not a defensive player. So it's tough to kind of make a blanket statement like that. But Ohtani, I mean, I do love watching Ohtani, and what he does is remarkable. I'm surprised now with the DH, or I wouldn't be surprised with the DH, that there's a little bit more Ohtanis in the future in Major League Baseball. Because all these guys now, you know, they all throw 95. They grow up in, you know, these club sports that they have, and they specialize with these kids. You know, even third basemen throw 95 miles an hour, and they all launch. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more Ohtanis in the future. But the athletes, you know, Ken Griffey Jr., I'm trying to think. There had to have been another great center fielder. Willie Mays was a little past his prime when I watched him. Roberto Clemente, I love to watch him in right field. Guys like that, you know, I enjoyed watching maybe a little bit more than Ohtani.
So when you were covering Babe Ruth, you think their games are comparable? The two Ohtani.
Yeah,
Babe
yeah. I mean, Ohtani takes care of himself a little better.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I more admired Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just double checking.
I mean, some of the drinking sessions you and the Bambino.
I mean,
must
can
have
you
had back
imagine
in
the
day.
stories?
I mean, Kliss, the stuff you saw, amazing. Mike, thank you.
See you, buddy.
You got it, guys.
Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco Insider, presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Mark joins us coming up next.
Back-to-back series wins on the road for the first time in 3 years. The Rockies are swinging the bats. The young guys are showing up, and this team's playing with an edge. Is this what the next chapter of Rockies baseball looks like? Right here. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, with the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303 Law 4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife Kimberly in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Welcome to Whatever Bank, where we succeed in doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, hi. I normally get paid on Fridays. Is there any way I can get my direct deposit sooner?
Oh, you're serious?
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to KeyBank and get access to eligible direct deposits up to 2 business days early with Early Pay.
So it is possible.
Learn more at key.com/earlypay. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at Bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
When our grandfather started Williams Jewelers in 1947 as a humble little neighborhood jewelry shop, he could not have imagined how big his dreams would grow. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Shayna Williams. Today, thanks to you, Williams Jewelers is not only one of America's largest fine jewelers,
We're Colorado's premier jeweler, with more of the world's top designers than any other store, including Roberto Coin, Marco Biccigo, Kwiat, Hearts on Fire, Mikimoto, and dozens more.
an entire diamond and bridal department with the latest engagement ring styles and wedding bands from Tacori, A. Jaffe, and Gabriel & Company.
Add to that our legendary Swiss watch collections and service center, and you have the only jeweler you'll ever need.
With over 30 jewelry professionals, master goldsmiths, and watchmakers to serve you at Williams Jewelers, you'll still always be treated just like our grandfather would.
Like family.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Summer hailstorms bring in the 3-ring front porch roofing circus.
In Ring 1, there's We're Doing Bob's Roof down the street.
And in Ring 2, there's We Will Cover Your Deductible.
And in Ring 3, What Do I Need to Do to Get You to Sign Today?
Send those clowns to the curb.
Don't turn your home into a circus. Call the pros, Denver Roof Pros.
Check us out at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Arby's is on your side in the fight against Big Rush Hour. Get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. with the purchase of any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard Offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CummonsRecall.com.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with 30% off Duration, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products. August 14th through the 24th. You know, I'm looking at these studio walls and I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a little more red in here. Get that Cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. Order online, get everything delivered right to your door, or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance healthcare with human kindness in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026. unfinished business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Second time coming back with that. I got no problem. With that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome once again out here to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. It's another day of Broncos training camp and a day in which the fans will be allowed back in. Apparently yesterday, the high winds, part of the storms that we got over the weekend, shifted the bleachers enough that they were deemed unsafe. And so it was closed yesterday, but they've been checked out. They're good to go. So if you hold a ticket for today's practice, come on by. You are welcome to come watch practice. Got Brandon Stokley here. Got Mark Schlereth here. Although, I don't know if you noticed the same thing. Stink. What's going on with you, Stoke? You seem a little distracted. During breaks, you're kind of...
He was pacing
around.
Like pacing and like talking, and you were muttering under your breath. What's going on?
Mumbling to myself. You know what? I just thought real quick, and I'll tell you why I'm a little bit nervous about today. But we should have had you, Evans. You, with that squatty little body of yours, do stairs. Do stadium. So you just run up and down the stadium, the stairs there, and then go to the next aisle, then go to the next, and then
run,
or just walk, just boom, 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 and then because if it withstands that, then it's like earthquake power, force that's going through there. Then there's no chance that the structure would be, not able to withstand all the fans in there.
The other thing, you could have put them on a little pedestal, and so if the roof does collapse, first thing it hits is the head. And the head just protects everybody.
Protects everyone. So I was just thinking about that.
That could be a side business for myself. Like I can be for hire to be
like a consultant,
like your mobile
test dummy,
stress test guy. And it'd be a good side business. I could get paid for it, unlike the other side business I have, where I get nothing.
That is true. That is true.
So what's up with you?
Well, I was just thinking about what I have to do. I got a lot of stuff around the house I got to clean up and get situated, right? And then the wife's been on me for the last 2 weeks to get down by the bottom of the street and, weed eat down there. Right? Ooh. So I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I have to do it today because I got golf tomorrow, golf Thursday, possibly golf Friday. So I don't want to hear that when I come home, like that. I'm just like, okay, because I'm not doing it after golf, right? So I don't want to hear about the dang street. So I need to do it today.
My wife.
Last time I tried to do it, it was a complete disaster. I had one of those battery powered ones.
Yeah.
Right? And I could never get the string correct. The string. I'm like, come on, man, please, just string. Just wait, and I hit the thing, hit it, try to make it come out, right?
Yeah.
And it's not coming out, and then it gets tangled up. And so I spend more time undoing it, trying to unravel it and get it all fixed up. And then the batteries go dead so quick. So I'm like, holy cow. So I ended up having to pay someone to come do it, right? And this person ended up leaving their weed eater there. It's a family member, right? They ended up leaving their weed eater there, but this thing is a gas.
Yeah.
It's gas, right? So this thing, I think this thing is just going to plow. I'm not sure I know how to handle it.
Is the string good?
I don't know. I've never looked at it.
Oh, no.
So you're a little stressed about this.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit stressed that
I can just see you down the street. You got knee and elbow pads on, a helmet, like one of them construction helmets. Goggles.
I might have my football helmet on.
The ear things, the ear things.
I'm gonna put my Broncos helmet.
Yeah, Broncos helmet on. Goggles.
Got the shield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Flip and Harry in there, see if I can get a shield.
Yeah.
I need to get a black shield.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Forget about goggles. Just have the shield.
You have to wear goggles. That's one of those risk reward things where. You don't wear goggles.
I don't wear goggles.
If you're weed eating.
No.
I don't either.
Oh no. You have to wear goggles.
You never feel more alive than when a little pebble just grazes your cheek. It's you're alive.
That wakes you up. Just lets you know.
Just knows you're alive.
Okay, so I got this is my greatest weed eating story. My wife had saw a little gardener snake in the yard, and she freaked out. And I'm like, what? She's there was a snake, and I'm like, it's a gardener snake. It's not a big deal, da 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 da. And so I'm out the very next day trimming the edges. And a lot of times the way you trim it, it'll shoot the grass out. So if you go backwards, it'll shoot it back into your yard as opposed to putting it out in the rocks and the the outlying area that surround your lawn.
Do I need that info for today?
Yes, you should have that
Just
info.
real quick.
Write
if I go
it down.
backwards,
Yes.
Write it down.
So if you go backwards, it'll shoot it back into the gully as opposed to shooting it out on the street. But if it's just in the street, it doesn't really matter for you if it's not in your yard area.
Right.
So I'm going backwards, and I kid you not, I hit a gardener snake, and it shot it out of my weed eater and around my leg. So the damn snake was wrapped around my leg, and I was like, ah! Scared to live it. So so there could be
hopping around the yard.
So as you're weed eating, take a little look in there to see if Mr. Snake
because we
is
got
just
some
hunkered down.
Right.
And you're on the rock.
I know.
There could be. That's not just gardener snakes. Those could be rattlers. Or
yeah.
bull snakes.
Oh, you just added to his stress level.
Yeah.
Anacondas.
Yeah, it could be an anaconda. Wow. You never know.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I could see as soon as I walked up, I could see Stokes. There's something on Stokes' mind.
Elbow pads, knee pads,
knee pads. Broncos
Maybe
helmet
one of those
with a
like
shield.
orange vests.
Yeah, you definitely need one of those.
Yeah. Put some cones. You said it's down by the end of your driveway.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
put some
on the street.
Oh, then put some cones out
Gotta
just
have
to be
cones.
sure. You want
Yeah.
to be OSHA approved. All
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
good
I
idea.
think I still have some cones whenever I used to work out my kid. Like do the little
cone
drills
drill.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I can set those up. I'm like a construction worker.
Yeah, you
today.
are. Yes. This will be a little preview for like when they build the stadium in Lone Tree. What you'll be passing every day.
Yes.
With that long traffic.
Jam, just everyone looking over there.
Every day. Every
Just
day.
an orange construction helmet on, out there, directing some traffic, goggles. It'll be perfect.
I love it. All right. Sports. We got a lot to talk about out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Winning preseason games. Broncos got themselves an impressive preseason win streak going. Does it matter? That's next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, I'll talk about making a great first impression. A few years ago, I got introduced to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we started talking about low testosterone and its symptoms, and one of them rang a bell for me. I'd been running out of steam later in the day, so I took a simple blood test. My T levels were a little on the low end, got set up on a personalized treatment plan. That's what they do for everyone. And now here we are a few years later feeling great. This is what Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic does. Treat low T and other hormonal issues using their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. Now, symptoms of low T, see if they ring a bell for you, include getting tired early, not sleeping great, unproductive workouts, feeling sad or depressed, losing some of that sex drive. Low T does not age discriminate. Older or younger, this is your chance to be better. Let Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic help. Schedule a consult for just $99. Meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider. Start low T treatment that day. Your entire office visit is free. 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call them today, 720-440-7900, and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through August 24th, get the best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Life can get hectic. That's why Progressive provides claim support 24/7, 365 days a year. All the time. But not like in a desperate way. We're not just waiting online for you to talk to us or waiting by the phone. I mean, we are waiting by the phone, but not like staring at it. Well, now I am. I'm staring at it. The point is, Progressive Claim Support is here for you 24/7 in a totally chill, normal way. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As Coloradans, we know how important it is to protect our homes. And unfortunately, wildfires are a reality here. It's Zach, and that's why I trust 5280 Exteriors, a 2-time President's Club winner offering Class A fire-rated products designed to help protect your home. Thinking about upgrading your outdoor living space? Now's the time. Purchase a new deck during the month of August and get free solar railing lights. No payments and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, coming up in about 15 minutes, it's the return of Telestrator Tuesday. Back by popular demand, this is when Stoke and Stink take a part of the recently played Broncos game. They go inside the film, they break it all down, take you inside the X's and O's, and make you a smarter football fan. So that'll be coming up. Stoke gets his first crack at it. It's preseason, so, ease into it.
Yeah, just baby steps.
It's like everything else, okay? Ease into it, but we'll do that coming up at 7:30. In the meantime,
be leery of someone that grabs 3 clips.
Knowing you're very nervous about weed eating today,
yeah,
you're just not a handyman. You're
definitely not.
You normally ship that stuff out and hire somebody to do it. So you're going to do it yourself. We got a lot of people, well-meaning listeners who want to help.
Okay.
Stoke, don't put straight gas in that thing. Are you aware of that?
Are you serious? How would I be aware of that? It's gas powered. Are you serious?
Well,
what do you mean?
Yeah,
Mark.
Usually you got to put mixed gas in.
Oh, you got to dilute it with what?
No. You got put oil. You don't dilute it.
Dilute it.
Huh?
You put
Don't
oil.
put water in the gas.
You got to
Oh,
mix
jeez,
the
guys.
gas with oil.
Yeah.
There's a
Usually it's like a
so any
like a lawn mower. It's like
any-
was it 2-1?
any-
2-1 ratio?
well, yeah,
He's
Y'all screwing with me?
No, we're not.
No,
This is important.
Any
This is
two-cycle,
important.
like any two-cycle engine needs oil in the gas,
Yeah.
so you gotta
It's
mix
like
it.
a little container you just pour into, like if you have like a gallon of gas.
Gallon of gas
goes
and
with one of those things.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
like a
mix
little
it together.
They're like
Right.
this big. They're
Yeah.
like that.
So
yeah.
this is
All right.
I thought it was like Evans.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Evans. I thought it was plug and play.
Right.
I thought it was plug and play. Like,
Yeah.
just let me get to it, and let me just get that thing started. And then if it runs out of gas, I have gas in the garage. I just go put unleaded in there.
Unleaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's not the same as your lawnmower. So any of those have to have mixed
Yeah.
gas.
So make sure you have that.
But
It's like like usually they're like
what?
20,
No, how?
20 to 1, 40 to 1, something of that nature.
Yeah.
So it'll come like you'll get like this little 4-ounce thing of oil.
Now I'm even more depressed.
that puts
Now
in-
I'm even more depressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you put in like you get 1 gallon of gas, you put in or 2 gallons of gas, you put in this little 4-ounce thing of two-cycle.
If you're
engine
already
oil.
feeling emasculated, go to like Ace or
Right.
Home Depot and walk up to somebody and say,
Yeah.
"What do I put in my my weed eater for the gas?"
What?
And then they'll walk you over to it and point it out to you, and then they'll walk away under their breath going, "Who's this guy?"
Who's this loser?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, then for another one. Only wimps wear goggles. You just got to go with the safety squint.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's how I do it.
That's how I do it, too.
Yeah.
I figure if I just squint, the idea of a 1 in 1,000 shot goes down. You know what I mean?
I'm wearing full on like my
They just body armor.
I'm wearing
Yeah.
I'm wearing my goggles that I bought for when I ski. The
Oh.
big ones.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Protect everything.
The whole face.
Well,
Yeah.
do you have an old pair of shoulder pads still around? Maybe you might want to wear
maybe
those,
just
too.
the spiders. Put the spiders on.
I'm not worried about the shoulders.
Okay.
I'm good there.
Okay.
The eyes, though,
Yeah.
I'm definitely wearing goggles.
All right. So good luck to Stoke here as he takes on
Maybe
this
there's
adventure.
enough gas still in it.
Yeah, there could
from
be.
Last
Well, when
time
was the
that
last time you started it?
I have never started it, Mike.
When was
I
the last
told
time
you.
it ran?
This was like
Oh, this would be like Mike Evans bringing me his weed eater because
Yeah.
you can't ever get it started.
But it's got
Well,
old
this was-
gas in it.
Yeah.
This is like 2 months ago.
Oh,
He-
okay.
He did it
You should
2
be
months
okay.
ago.
Then. You should
Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah, you should.
Don't want old gas. Old gas won't start up.
Yeah,
You know?
Gas
Flip-
gets old. Gas doesn't get old.
Sure,
gas does get
oh,
old.
yeah, yeah, and then you got to flip the. Make sure you put the choke on.
Oh,
so
yeah. Do you know
get-
where the choke is to start it?
The choke. Oh yeah, no, yeah, the choke. Yeah, no, I got the choke down.
Choke,
I got to worry about the gas.
Listen,
but
I
the
got to go
choke-
get treatment. All right.
Stokes gonna have it in a full Nelson. Like,
Oh.
now it's gonna start.
Oh my God! You think I was frustrated last night when I took the handle out of the wall? Wait till I'm down there with the weed eater today.
Too good. Well, the Broncos won another preseason game. They got a nice preseason winning streak going. What's that now? 8 in a row?
8 in a row.
8 in a row. They've won 8 preseason games in a row. So it's preseason. We always talk about the games don't count, but they matter. Sean, Payton, does winning preseason games, does it matter?
Part of that is maybe a little bit of a byproduct of, look, we're playing, they're keeping score. So if they're keeping score, we want to win. And now we want to evaluate our players as well. But if you're in there, there's kind of a standard. And I think part of an overall goal of how you approach everything.
All right, that's the coach's view. What about a player's view, a veteran's view? How about it, Zach Allen?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a character thing, and the good thing is we got a bunch of guys that think like that on this team, and, anytime you roll the ball out, you want to win, and, culture is a huge thing, especially in this league, so, yeah, we just want to keep on doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do, right? You're keeping score. You'd like to win, but it really doesn't matter. You just want to play good ball. So many different guys are playing. Your starters play a little bit, and, the guys that really have to win it for you, your third, fourth stringers, and most of those guys you're not going to see during the regular season, but, hey, you know what? They're keeping score. You're trying to get a win, and they've done a good job of that, and they're right. That's a culture that you're building around here. Doesn't matter if you're third or fourth string. We expect you to go in there and play well.
Yeah, I don't care if we're washing dishes. I want to whip your ass at washing dishes. It just doesn't matter to me. I think they are constructed that way. They've got a bunch of competitive guys, and you saw it in the first preseason game, man. They came out, and, I mean, they were playing. You want to talk about playing downhill? They played freaking downhill. And it was like, if you're Atlanta, you're sitting in those films the next day embarrassed. Like, I just remember, like, games where we didn't play well, even in preseason, and just the anxiety of the next day having to come in and look at film and get chewed out. And I know it's a different league now, but they would be up in your grill about how we played as a team. And so you're every day you're building something, you're building culture, you're building kind of winning ways, you're building that stuff. So, like, in the overall scheme of things, does it matter if you win or lose? No, but it does. It does matter how you build your team.
Well, I guess when you're building something here, the last 2-3 years, I could see why winning preseason games was important. But has this team got to a point now?
No,
still not. They're not established.
It's only important when you're trying to build something. Are you trying to maintain it? Are you trying to continue?
That's my question.
Further build it? Of course, it still matters.
Well, but really, winning preseason games is important to maintain what you've built.
Not winning preseason games. The way you go out and play, the way you go out and represent the organization, the way you go out and represent Broncos country, the way you go out and play for your teammates and do all that stuff. I believe all that stuff is important.
Well, usually whenever you're winning these games, what happens? That means you got great depth, right? And that shows up in the regular season. Mm-hmm. So great quality depth. That's who wins you these preseason games. That's not your starters. It's your backups. And so that's what you've seen from the Broncos. And any team that usually has success in the preseason means, their scouting department and their coaching staff, they've done a good job of building a well-rounded football team.
A lot of the takeaways from the first preseason game, everyone raving about the Broncos' operation under Davis Webb. Plays were coming in quick. They were breaking the huddle quickly. They were getting up to the line of scrimmage. They were snapping the ball. There was still 12, 14 seconds left on the play clock. You kept hearing everybody say how smooth it was. How much of that is here to stay, or how much of that was it tends to be more vanilla during the preseason? Will it have to be more complex come the regular season?
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't have to become more complex. Sometimes it does because the things you're starting or you're working on aren't working. If you go back to the game in the first couple of drives, they were in the same personnel group a ton. They got into 21 with a fullback and they stayed in it, or they got into some form of 12 with two tight ends. But they played the majority of the snaps in the first two drives in heavy personnel. And so there wasn't this every single play, you're shuffling three wides. Now all of a sudden we're in two tights. Now all of a sudden we've got 21 personnel with a fullback and a back. And now all of a sudden we're in 21 pony with two running backs. And now we're going to, there wasn't that. So they said, hey, man, in this drive, we're going to focus on these two personnel groups, and we're going to run our plays out of these two things. And then, hey, later on in the game, they got into more 11, and sometimes situationally, if you get into third down and long, you want three wide receivers on the field. But I thought they did a really good job of saying, hey, man, we're going to exploit this personnel group, and we're going to run our plays here, and then, we'll move on throughout the game.
Yeah, I think whenever you get into preseason games like this, you want to dumb it down a little bit. You want these guys to go out there and be able to execute. We're not going to be doing all these different things. Hey, we want to give you all the best chance to go out there and show yourselves, to put the best product out on the football field. That's what you're trying to do in a lot of these preseason games, so you can get a good evaluation of these players. But I got to say, I got a question still about this gas mixture.
Oh, geez.
Just real quick.
See, I told you.
Just real quick.
You added to his stress, texters.
Yeah.
You added to his stress.
Yes, I was. Well, I'm glad I know. I was just going to put regular gas in the dang thing.
Uh-huh.
Does it come pre-mixed? Can I get it pre-mixed?
No. In your gas, so you've got like a
red gas can.
Red gas can.
Yeah.
And it's got.
Why are you laughing? What do you mean? Red gas can. The red one.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll have.
What's so funny about
Everybody
that?
has.
They're all
have
red.
one,
but yeah,
they're pretty much all red.
Yeah.
But they'll have a marking on their Stoke where it's got 1 gallon, 2 gallons, whatever. Okay. So all you got to do is got to make sure that because yours is not mixed right
No,
now. Yours
no,
is not mixed.
no.
So you've got to swing by Lowe's or Home Depot, and you've got to get like the 2-cycle engine oil, and then you got to figure out if your machine will say on there, say mix it 15-1, mix it 20-1, mix it 40-1.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But what
do you mean not doing that?
I'm not. I'm gonna run it out of gas, and then I'm gonna have some. Then that guy's gonna have to come back and do it himself. The guy whose weed eater it is. Maybe if I go ask the Broncos staff over here, do y'all have any pre-mix that Stokley can borrow?
Mark, you're on a first-name basis with
the
Broncos maintenance crew out here.
Can I get some pre-mix for my weed eater that I'm about to be running today?
Are they just going to give you a gas can?
Dude, they're rich. Look at that
It doesn't
facility.
matter if
You
they're
think
rich.
they care
They
about
have-
a $5.99 gas can?
No, they probably got about 50 of them hanging around there.
Come on.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about gas
All right, coming
cans.
up next, the debut of Telestrated Tuesday. You want to give a quick preview of what you're going to be
Jared
telestrating?
Jared Stidham's first few drives.
All right, that's
There
coming
you
up
go.
next.
September 15th is a month away. Will Cale Makar put pen to paper on an 8-year deal before the new CBA takes it off the table? Is he eyeing a shorter term to bet on himself? And should Avs fans be nervous? Or is this just how superstar contracts get done? The clock is ticking in Colorado. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, before you go under the knife for that joint pain, because remember, surgery comes along with more than just surgery. There's also the long rehab and recovery afterwards. So instead of just immediately, if your doctor's telling you, get that surgery on your knee, back, hips, or shoulder, see what QC Kinetics can do for you as they provide a great second opinion alternative using the best weapon possible to treat that joint pain, and that is you. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments using healing properties in your own body concentrated right in that spot, right in that aching area in the joint that's causing the pain. This is something I urge you to take advantage of. It's a second opinion with nothing to lose. The conversation and consultation are totally free. QC Kinetics has been helping thousands of people right here in Colorado. Let's add you to that list. Call to schedule an appointment, 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986. They have offices in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Tired of or fearful of hearing no? Let us say yes. We can help you get your loan approved with our expanded guidelines, less than perfect credit okay, high debt to income ratios, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, with the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303 Law 4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife Kimberly in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker ready for more than just a job? Join Smart Local 9 for family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and secure retirement with pension and 401k. Experience the power of collective bargaining. Visit smw9.com, where pride meets your future.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. The activity is starting to pick up as the terrific Broncos support staff out there getting everything set up, bringing out all the equipment.
And we're going to have another practice coming up here at 10 o'clock, and, of course, open to the fans. Yes, all the structural issues with the bleachers have been taken care of, so if you are a lucky ticket holder for today, come on by. Get over here and be ready to watch the Broncos go at it in practice. Still taking a look back at what we saw in the first preseason game against Atlanta. Back by popular demand. Telestrator Tuesday. How this works is both Stoke and Stink take a part of the Broncos game. They go inside the film. They break it all down with their observations. You get a little bit of X's and O's, and hopefully when it's all said and done, you are a much more informed and smarter football fan. So it's the preseason, so these guys got to knock off the rust just like the players do. So let's get it started. Stokes' turn. First up, Telestrator Tuesday. Here we go.
Jared Stidham.
Whoa.
It's time for Telestrator Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
Stokley down the sideline!
Where two-time Super Bowl champion Brandon Stokley borrows Payton Manning's game film.
Stokley, wow!
And uses his superior Cajun intellect to bring you inside the Broncos game plan.
Louisiana Lightning.
Here's Mr. Louisiana Lightning himself, Brandon Stokley.
I went over the entire thing with Ty. I said it out loud. You clearly weren't paying attention. You're distracted by this weed eating project.
I'm thinking
later
about the
today.
gas situation.
You're worried about
right.
mixing your gas. You're worried about the goggles, all that kind of
right.
stuff. Snakes. You're just not. Man. Thank goodness this is preseason, because right away, first snap, we had a false start.
Unbelievable.
You're like,
not the way that you want to start the year. I'm just telling you
got
that.
a little bit flinchy
but it's
right
not
there.
how you start, it's how you finish, Mike.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Jared said, I thought Stidham was really, really good, obviously. 9 for 15, 131 yards, had that passing touchdown. I thought he moved well in the pocket. I thought he was able to get out of the pocket nicely a couple times and made a couple plays with his feet. He took the one sack, but wasn't a big sack. Only lost 1 yard. So those were huge positives there for me. Let's start off with the first play here. First play was a play-action pass to Pat Bryant, right? It had great protection. He does a really nice job of stepping up in the pocket. He, boom, play action, faked the run, hit his back foot, slid up in the pocket. And like I said, they had great protection, and he delivers a perfect ball. Next play, Cortland Sutton, he's running a 5-yard under route. Really good coverage by the DB. But another perfectly thrown ball where only the receiver can catch it. So instead of an incompletion, you get 4 or 5 yards. That's great. That's what you want to do. Stay on schedule. And they did a really nice job of that early in the football game. And then we had a nice, the nice long one there to Cortland on the left side to the 1-yard line. Again, I got to give this offensive line a lot of credit, man. Great pass protection in that football game overall. And then what I love that he did there, he gave Cortland a chance to make a play here. You had crossing patterns in the middle of the football field. One guy going from the left to the right, one guy going from the right to the left. And Cortland Sutton, he's running he's running a post pattern, and he did a good job of throwing it up there. There was no safety in the middle, so he did a good job of throwing it up there. The one thing that I wish he would have done, he could have led Cortland to the middle of the football field instead of throwing it more vertical because there was no safety. The safety vacated the middle of the football field, so he had all that room. So usually when you have that room, let the receiver go run over. There should have been a walk-in touchdown. Still, really nice play, nice catch there by Cortland Sutton and getting down to the 1-yard line, and then we just hand it to our bruising fullback and just say, let's move out the way. It's 6-0. So, again, here we go. This is the next one. This was probably the catch of the game, right? The one-handed catch on the left sideline. Back shoulder throw. Really nice throw, but great job by Cortland Sutton, finding a way to, make a play there. Give the guy a chance, And he did, and it was a great one-handed catch. This is Mike Evans' favorite play. We're ready for this one? Drum roll.
Oh, the
Mike
seam
Evans.
ripper!
The seam ripper.
I love the seam ripper.
Nice throw to Ingram. They backed up, and it went for 24 yards. So 24-yard gain. Nice job. He steps up in the pocket, and he just lets it rip. And sometimes those quarterbacks, you get a little antsy back there when you know you're backed up, and did a really nice job of hitting his back foot, stepping up, and threw a perfect pass to Evan Ingram. And then we had the nice pass to Troy Franklin on an over route. He kind of slipped in the pocket. It was kind of weird. I don't know if he slipped, what happened there in the pocket, but he was still able to move up in the pocket and deliver a really good football, gain of 23 yards. I mean, you're seeing all these 23 yards, 24 yards, 16. I mean, explosive offense. And then I'd say the one pass that I give him a negative on was the one to Hakeem Butler. He didn't give him a good chance to make a play on that one, like he did with Cortland. Hakeem Butler's a big, tall guy. He underthrew it. Ball was inside. So that was my big negative there. But other than that, man, overall, like I said, he did a good job of using his mobility. Good job of letting those guys go out there and give them a chance to make plays. And then when he had to deliver accurate football, he was able to do that. So overall, Jarrett Stidham gets let's go with an A. Solid A.
Solid A.
Solid A.
All right.
I love that. I love, Stokes all over it. I mean, there's great protection. First off, it always starts with great protection. Just the protection. And this was an Atlanta Falcons team that set a franchise record for sacks the year before. They did not get a sniff of Jarrett Stidham. I mean, it wasn't close. And you talk about the first long one that sets up the first touchdown to Cortland Sutton. Recognizing what they're in, the coverage they're in, outside leverage by the corner, knowing that you're in quarters, and those two crossing routes in the middle are going to tie up the safeties. So you have the one-on-one with Cortland Sutton. And like I said, outside leverage, put him inside. You can put him inside further, but that's a big pass play. What was it, 30, 40 yards down the field? I mean, big-time pass play, but recognition pre-snap, confirmation post-snap, make a great throw. It was perfect. And then that over route that you talked about, we call it, anyhow, it was off a play action. So it was a 7-man protection and really well protected. And Stidham knew he was protected, and he just hung the ball, hold the ball till the over comes out and just threw a dime piece to Franklin. So he was the recognition of what they're in and understanding how to attack it. I thought he was tremendous the other night.
Two things that you guys talk about, especially you, Stink, but and I'm being serious here. I'm not busting your chops. The idea, first of all, running the ball well with the combination of a lot of under center play. They had more snaps with Jarrett Stidham out there under center than they did in the shotgun, and they were running the ball well. So when you look at some of those deep shots, and we hope that there's going to be more of them this year, how much of that was a byproduct of A, running the football well, and B, the fact that they were under center?
Well, here's what ends up happening to you. When you're under center, obviously it opens up the playbook what you can run. It's not a tell to the defense. When you're side saddle shotgun, right? When you're either near or far shotgun, it dictates how many runs you have. So it eliminates a bunch of your runs. The other thing that happens is, Stoke, when you play under center and you run a play action, the quarterback turns his back to the defense. You want the best and biggest reaction of second-level defenders, and I'm talking about linebackers and safeties. Turn your back to the defense. When you turn your back, man, I tell you, guys, instantly they stop their feet or they step up. And that's all you need. You don't even need them to step up. If they stop their feet, you got them. And you got them in those intermediate areas of the defense. So, and they did that. You know, that play action pass I talked about with the over route off a post over to Troy Franklin. Dude, it was beautifully executed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about watching this offense as a whole now with Bo Nix in it. And what does it look like? So we've talked a lot about Davis Webb and what will be the wrinkles, how it will look different with him. And, you know, I get it, Atlanta, you know, I don't know, you know, what they're going to look like this year. But I liked what I saw. They were throwing the ball down the football field a little bit more, good protection. They ran the ball a little bit better than normal, it felt like. So, yeah, it has me excited about what this offense will eventually look like with Bo Nix as the quarterback.
Well,
we're
talking about Bo.
I love him.
Yeah, we do too. Can't wait to see him play this week, Sean. Well, I know that anything that happens at the beginning here with the offense, it's all going to be what's Davis Webb's role in this. And I love the idea of the ball going downfield more often. Big pass plays, big chunk plays. I don't think there's a play caller who will ever come along in the future who, if you're telling that play caller you're going to get really good offensive line play, protection for your quarterback, you're going to be running the football, and you're going to have the option to do a lot of play action, I don't think there's a play caller alive that's not going to be like, yes, we're going down the field. I don't think that's just a Davis Webb thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But, one of the things you always talked about and Broncos country's talked about is we need more shots down the football field. We need to push the ball down the football field. And I keep saying, other than, some type of all-go where you get one-on-one on the outside and they're in some type of man-to-man out there, and your receiver just beats the corner, that's one way to get a shot. But the way to really get shots, Mike, is to set those shots up off of play action. How do you set them up off of play action? You run the ball exceptionally well. And I'll tell you the other thing that ends up happening. When you get into heavy formations, meaning fullbacks and tight ends and all those things, you get bigger people on the football field. You know what bigger people don't do as well? They don't run as well. And so that's a way you get a shot down for the tight end on Ingram on that 24-yard seam ripper. Like those things matter. And we saw – now, listen, we'll see what happens week 2 against Green Bay. I don't know. But week 1, what a great start for Davis Webb. What a great start for this offense. What a great start for Stidham. You probably think that maybe Bo's in trouble. Do you think that maybe Stidham – because you did want to – yeah, you did want to – remember when you wanted to bench Bo and start and maybe start Stidham for a couple of –
I forgot about that, Mark.
Yeah, it just popped into my head.
Pressure's on Bo this week. By the way, last thing with Stiddy, because the Tribe of Hate, they did not want to say – they said some nice things about Stidham, but you could tell they were going to find something. And Cecil was like, well, Stidham can't move.
I heard that.
And
Hate of the year.
And Ellinger, can move. So is that advantage Ellinger? But, I mean, you tell me. I think it's more important that you have a quarterback that knows how to manipulate the pocket and move around in the pocket and still get rid of the football.
Stidham can move just fine.
Right, yeah.
You're not running him like Ellinger. Like Ellinger's that dude's like a little tiny fullback, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that dude can scoot.
Well, you were saying yesterday you'd like to see him maybe in a Taysom Hill type role.
Right. I mean, he's got that ability at the quarterback position. But again, then you have to go, are we going to take Bo Nix out and put this guy in? Although, hell, they did it in New Orleans with Drew Brees. So there is some merit to it. One of the biggest things about that is if you can do it, Stoke, it means the defense has got to spend 5 or 6 plays during the course of the week prepping something that they're not sure they're going to get, as opposed to prepping the stuff they know they're going to get. Just 4 or 5 plays. That's all it takes. 4 or 5 plays.
That's it.
And that's all you really need.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Oh, you guys aren't doing
it. Zach By Sensitivity Smear Campaign now into day number 528.
I think you look at Atlanta's situation. Ooh, Tua. Ooh, that thing is over.
Washed.
It's over.
Washed.
Done. And then you got Penix.
Oh,
he can't. I mean, he can't do it.
How many ACLs has Penix had? Like 3, and he's had a shoulder.
Not 2.
I mean,
not
it's
3.
Just,
that's
4,
a bad
not
situation.
5,
Yeah.
not 6.
All right.
Not 7.
Good job. Nice start.
Hey.
Thanks.
Strong start.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
false start.
Well, but then I cut. But then I made up for it.
Yeah.
Big third down and 15 conversion.
Yep, convert, and then you know what? You went down, you scored, 10-play drive, you're done. You're good. You're good for the day.
Yep.
You're done.
I'm
Put a baseball cap on.
I'm Jonah Coleman.
Okay.
You've seen enough.
All right, little quick audible here. Ty, we're going to get into 4 down. I want to start there with that Sean 11 cut, please. Just a quick little audible at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's time for 4 down territory.
Welcome to 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth keep you up to date on the biggest headlines in football. Kicking it off with First Down.
All right, more work for you here, Stoke. You're not done yet. Cortland Sutton, you talked about that 50-50 ball, 2 of them, that he went up and made the play. He excels at those 50-50 balls. Sean Payton, why do you think Court's so good at it?
I think it's been a strength of his before. I mean, even early in his career, you guys were here, when you're his size, there's going to be traffic catches. And one of the things that he does well is, position himself in areas where it's a nice target for the QB. I prefer bigger receivers like that for that reason. I think it's a game that's played in close quarters. And so the catch radius for the QB throwing it to him is larger.
That's why Sean never signed me. Right there. Big
Wow.
receiver.
Wow. Okay, but it's as simple as that. Is that you
He
want
might
to
sign you now. The size you are right now.
I could play that good fullback role,
my
right?
gosh.
You're going to be Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So, all right, he laid out some of the reasons, but I would love for you to expand on it. Not everybody can catch a 50-50 ball. Some are better at it than others, and it seems like Sutton is really good at it. Why?
It's pretty simple. He's long. He's a great athlete. He can jump high. He's got long arms. And there you go. I think it's pretty simple.
Right.
And he's done it since day one out here. I remember his first training camp. I mean, he was putting on a show.
Right.
A show out here day in and day out of, catching deep balls and making big-time plays. But I think, when you're 6'3"-ish, like he's 6'3", 6'4", you can jump out of the gym, and you're a great athlete. Those 50-50 balls become 75-25
And you know how to
balls.
box out, too,
Yeah.
right? Kind of like a basketball player, kind of
Body
I
position.
think that's a huge factor, Mike, and I'm going to give you credit. I think he does a great job boxing out, using his body, but not getting flagged on OPI. So even on that under route you talked about that they converted, I think it was a 3rd down that he converted, man, and you said, hey, great coverage. Dude, he beat that corner up. I mean, he beat that corner up. He got his hands on him, got him off of him, and gave Stiddy just a tight window to throw it into. He does a great job of bodying up corners and then late hands. Getting his hands up late, not letting the cornerbacks play his hands, getting them up late, and then, as you said, Stoke, up over the top of guys, good athlete. He's phenomenal at all that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's awareness, and knowing, where to position yourself, and then, just making the play. Some people can do it well, some people can't, and obviously he's been great at that since day one here, and that's one thing I always remember about him is, wow, this guy can go up and get a deep ball.
Don't worry. As long as there are slot receivers, we don't expect slot receivers to go win 50-50 balls.
Right.
That's not your job.
No.
Your job is to navigate the middle of the field and get open and then fall down.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
You just
catch
crumble.
And crumble. Okay?
Catch and crumble.
You're not expected to catch 50-50 balls. Next in 4 down territory, Zach Allen. Spent a lot of time yesterday. Didn't really talk a whole lot about himself. He was more than willing to talk about what some of the other younger players are doing on defense, and he was happy for Shadé Barron's pick 6.
Yeah, making plays is the best way to get confidence, and yeah, it's definitely encouraging, especially when the stuff from the practice field translates to the game. So really happy for him, and we're still in camp, so there's still a lot of things that not just him, but everybody's got to improve on and just keep going. And yeah, got 2 really good days we got to just get ready for tomorrow and Wednesday, and just that's. These opportunities, it's kind of coming down the pipeline, the season pretty quick, so you got to take advantage of them.
Guys, help me out. It seems like public opinion has really swung quickly and negatively on Shadé Barron, and the idea that this guy is trending towards bust territory, and that he needed a good game the other day just to keep the Wolves at bay. I mean, do you feel that way about Shadé Barron?
Not at all. Is that something the Tribe of Hate? Did they create it?
Well, they're
Zach and Phil probably
Yeah,
were. I think both of those. They're like a tag team.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
Feeling is established.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Zach's a
can't be that
big
guy.
wrestling guy. Who do you
Yes.
think's his favorite?
Right.
Did you ever find out who his favorite tag team was over the years?
That's a good one. I got to go back.
Know
and
your
think
role
about-
and shut your mouth.
Maybe the Hart brothers.
Yes.
The Hitman.
Yeah.
Brett.
Johnny Hart or something like that, was it?
How
No,
about
that's I'm thinking about Johnny. I'm Johnny Uber.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe the Road Warriors.
Oh.
You know, Hawk and Animal.
Oh.
The Dudley Boys.
Oh,
Bubba Ray and Devon. The Hart Foundation, Bret Hart.
Yeah. Bret the
Bret
Hitman.
Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Hey, the Hardy Boys.
Listen, dude, the reason, like, people
Thank you, Google.
people love to put on the term bust. And he came in to what everybody would, I don't think you get any argument from anybody if you said, hey, man, the best secondary in all of football is the Denver Broncos. And I don't think anybody's going to go, oh, no, it's not even close. I think everybody would go, yeah, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable statement. He came into a situation where you just happen to have the best secondary in football. And, oh, by the way, you know, McMillan, who he was supposed to compete with, and they thought he might take that job, McMillan had one of the most outstanding seasons of any corner in football, any slot corner in football. So, I mean, do I think he's a bust? No, I think he's a damn good player that is just kind of in a logjam.
Yeah, I mean, come on, what are we doing? We're a year into this thing. The guy was on the field last year, made plays, so he's playing in a really good defense, and let's see how this thing plays out 3 years down the road here with a guy like that. Okay, so the fact that he was contributing last year and doing some really good things, I just say let's just take a deep breath and let's see how this thing plays out. But nice job by him. He had another one that went right through his hands. So I mean, he could have had a couple picks in that game. So no. Let's just deep breath. Broncos country, tribe of hate. Afternoon, Zach sometimes can get feisty. We all know that. Let's just deep breath.
I have thrown hands on a number of occasions.
But he's not even close to being a bust right now.
Next in 4 down, Mike McDaniel, in his first year as the offensive coordinator with the Chargers, says Justin Herbert is already, quote, far past where quarterbacks are usually in year one. He's been everything that I hoped for and more. There was video going around the other day in which he threw a pass up and over the arms of the safety for a 40-yard completion, and McDaniel ran around screaming, F yeah, 10, F yeah, 10.
Oh, no.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Oh, you do like
the All right,
Chargers.
guys, here's the question.
No, not better than the Broncos. That was a year ago.
Who do you think's going to be the tougher quarterback for this Broncos defense this year in the 2 meetings that they face, Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert? Who's going to be giving them more trouble this year?
I'm here.
Oh, I got to go with Herbert.
I thought you'd go with him, and I
know you did.
I think you're going to go with Herbert too.
Yeah, I think scheme, weaponry, the way they run the ball, I think Herbert gives you a little bit more. He scares me a little bit. The other thing is McConkey's a matchup issue. So, and I'm not high on the rest of their receiving core by any stretch of the imagination, but I think just off of what we talked about with the Broncos' first preseason game, off the play action, off of being under center, running the football, I think it's Herbert that gives you a little bit more, just a little bit more difficulty.
I'm interested to see what their offense looks like with McDaniel there, and see what that with Herbert as a quarterback rather than having Tua, who can't move. I mean, that guy can't move.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what how good that offense is.
All right, that'll do it for 4 down territory. Up next, how Mark Schlereth's career, life could have been different if he followed the same path that a young NFL rookie chose to go yesterday. We'll have that story for you. And are the Broncos missing out on an opportunity not having a joint practice with the Packers this week? That's next.
Summer's almost over. So where does Payton Watson end up? Does he take Denver's $70 million and run it back? Does a sign and trade send him to Cleveland or Milwaukee? Or does he bet on himself, take the qualifying offer, and walk next summer? Nuggets fans need answers, and the clock is winding down. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Recently talked to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Said, hey man, over the last couple of years, it's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to price declining, something people haven't seen in quite some time here in Denver, Colorado. But if you're thinking about selling your house right now, might be the time to sell it, still get top dollar. And believe it or not, my buddy Troy still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you can't sell your house at the price you guys agree upon beforehand and the timeline that you agree upon beforehand, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Hey, man, he continues to make that guarantee because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings. Has about 100 families right now approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Shop Honda keeps car buying simple. One price, one person, 1 hour means no games, no back and forth, and no dealer handling fees ever. Upfront pricing and one dedicated advisor who handles everything from start to finish. It's straightforward, stress-free, and honestly, the way car buying should have always been. At Shop Honda, the experience is just as good as the vehicle you're driving home. Discover the Shop Honda difference for yourself. Visit Shop Honda today, proud partner of the Dover and Cecil Show.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. 35 years of quality products, next-day delivery, and fast will call service. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Attention Ram owners. Did you know you could get $500 for Recall 67A without leaving your driveway? With new mobile appointments, we'll come to you. We'll finish the simple software update in under an hour, and it won't affect your truck's performance. Plus, you'll get an extended warranty worth thousands. Make a power move. Schedule Recall 67A today at CumminsRecall.com.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
As we welcome you back out here to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, as the Broncos will be practicing today, coming up at around 10 o'clock. And good news, the bleachers that were ruled unsafe yesterday because of all the wind that we got with those severe storms, heavy storms over the weekend. The Broncos' great staff have been out here. They've deemed it safe. And so now, fans, if you have a ticket for today's practice, come on out and you can watch practice. So we feel bad for the folks that missed it yesterday, but 1,000 more Bronco fans able to come on out and watch practice today. So that is a good thing, and we'll see what kind of practice. Sounds like they're going to be in pads today and tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, I love it. Let's get after it. Time to get back going again and get ready to go. I know they played great against Atlanta, but, now we got a different evaluation. We got Bo Nix this week. So we talked to Clissy earlier, and he was thinking Bo's just going to play 10 to 15 plays while the rest of the guys play into the second quarter. So we'll see what it looks like for him. But I'm excited to get a glimpse of what he looks like and what's going on there. He's been looking great out here. You haven't seen anything to let you know that he's had any kind of operation or procedure on his ankle. So let's get ready to go. Should be a good one.
Yeah, there's always things. I mean, you take away from the film and you look at, and as excited as we were about Jonah Coleman, and rightfully so. I mean, he ran the ball. I thought he set up blocks. I thought downhill. We'll talk about in Telestrator Tuesday. But he missed a blitz pickup that was it was god awful, and like that stuff has to be. We cannot put you in. If you want a spot and you want to be productive on game day in the regular season, you cannot miss that. You cannot wait for the blitzer to get on you. You got to go close that ground. You got to eat that up. You got to attack that blitzer at the line of scrimmage, and you were awful on that. So there's things to work on for every player coming off that game. And you know how you work on that? You don't work on that in spiders, right? You work on that in full pads, and you give him an opportunity to step up and block somebody. So those things have to be worked on.
And I think I look at things like that for a young player because there's obviously he ran the ball awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a positive, huge positive. Because guess what? He's not going to miss it again, right? And it's something that, it seems like he's a really good kid who works hard, does all those things. But if you do it once, you're probably not going to do it again. And he was getting a lot of pat on the backs, right? Oh, Sean took him out early and all those things. All of a sudden, okay, well, you're not perfect. You still got stuff that you need to work on. So I think it's a good thing. When do you want to make your mistakes? You want to make your mistakes at practice and in preseason games. So I don't think that's a huge negative. Just don't let it happen in a real game.
Yeah, Telestrator Tuesday is back by popular demand. This is where Stoke and Stink take part of the Bronco game just played and go inside the film, the coach's film, break it all down, X's and O's, and hopefully make you a more informed football fan in the process. Stoke did a really good job. His first Telestrator Tuesday, taking a look at Jarrett Stidham's performance. Mark will take a look at the Broncos' run game, which was so effective. That'll be coming up later on this hour around 8:45. Before we get into the meat of the segment here, and maybe an overlooked reason why we're not seeing a joint practice that you're going to love as a Bronco fan. There's just a little twist to it that I think you're going to love. But first of all, Mark, who knows how your life would have turned out if you had chosen the same path as Sire Wright. Do you know who he is?
No, I have no idea.
He's a Cincinnati Bengal rookie defensive back, undrafted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I know this story.
He left the team yesterday. Said, I'm done with football. Why? Because he's decided to choose a career in acting.
Right.
Acting.
Yes. I did see this. He's got a part.
He's got roles waiting for him.
Yeah.
If he chooses. And as Bengals coach Zach Taylor said, quote, two things he's really passionate about were colliding, and he decided to pursue this opportunity. We wish him the best.
That means he was not going to make the team.
Yeah.
Means he was not going to make the team. You know that, right?
He knew already?
Oh, gosh, yeah. One of those where look, you can look at the depth chart. You can look how many reps you're going to get, and you can kind of do the addition and the math. And okay, well, you only keep 53. How many wide receivers do you usually keep? 5, maybe 6 at the most, or DBs do you keep? And so you can do the math there and say, ooh, yeah, my football career I think is over. Oh, I got a chance to go do some acting. I bet I got to go now. So
he's appeared in 7 films and television shows dating back to 2014, including a role as LeBron James's son in Space Jam, New Legacy, 2021. I'm stunned that one did not live up to the original. So what about it, Stink? What if we know you've become a very accomplished actor? What if you would have...
There you are. I was beginning to give up on you. It's great to see you, man. It's great to see you, O'Neill. It took me a while to get here from the airport. I get small-town transportation. So this is Springfield. This is it in all of its glory. You know what? Maybe you should do a little research while you're here. That way you can write your next book about a small town. It's pretty... I can't remember what I was supposed to say.
Maybe that's why you're
you can't remember his damn lines. That's pretty important. Yeah. It's like not remembering your plays.
Right.
I knew. Listen, the difference is I knew I could play. I knew the acting was very much secondary.
It's because Ross Grimm told you.
Right. This kid knew he couldn't play.
Right.
And acting, he's already done more in acting than he has in football.
Right.
What if when the coaches are they're going, what's the kid's name?
Sire Wright.
When they're going, X-Ear, good job there, kid. Take the rest of the afternoon off. You're not getting any more reps. No, but the coaches don't know your name, and you're probably better off.
So if you had because you didn't get into acting obviously till much later, but
I never got into acting. I just got parts.
It found you. Rather than you finding it.
Well, yeah, when Guiding Light calls you and says, we would like you to be part of our show, what are you supposed to do?
So I don't think we've ever had this conversation. So that came about, they reached out to you?
They reached out.
You hadn't put out any kind of feelers about wanting to get into acting?
Zero. The guy who is the casting director of the Guiding Light, named Rob DeCina, sent me an email and said, "Hey man, I really like you on ESPN. I like your television presence." And he said, and I quote, "You have a soap opera look, and we'd like you to be part of our show. Would you audition?" So I just drove to New York one day and essentially made fart noises with my armpits, and they hired me. The next 2 years, I was on Guiding Light.
You did that for 2 years?
Yeah, but only 15 or 20 appearances over 2 years.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
So then what happened to your did your guy die, or did it just
No, the whole show.
Seriously.
The whole show got canceled.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, the whole show got canceled.
There's a theme here.
There's a theme here. Seriously, think about this.
Guiding Light was on for 50 years. All of a sudden.
50 years. 2 years of me, and it got canceled.
Guiding Light, Breakfast Ball.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what else got canceled?
Yeah, what else? Ballers isn't on anymore.
No.
You're fired.
Yeah.
How'd Red Dawn 2 do?
Red Dawn 2, not well. Not well. It did not do well. Henceforth, the reason I stuck it out with football.
Wow, so they reached out to you. So they said you had a, quote, soap opera look.
Yes.
Did they ever,
Can I tell you something?
What is a soap opera look? And how did
the
you
first
fit
thing, when I read that, I was in the newsroom at ESPN prepping for NFL Live, and I read this email that comes through that says, "You got a soap opera look," and I literally closed my laptop, and like looked around like, am I getting punked?
Right.
Like, who's got me?
Where's Brewski?
Yeah, exactly. So then I took my computer back to the hotel. I opened it up once I was, clear of everybody. And then I responded to the email that night. But I was like, you ain't getting me. You ain't getting me with the soap opera look. And all of a sudden I'm being filmed in the newsroom for like, you got punks, Ashton Kutcher's going to jump out. Ha! Gotcha! Not going to happen to this guy.
Oh, wow. So you must have had like that smoldering
look
about you.
Yeah.
Man of intrigue and mystery.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank
so
you, Mike.
there you go. The Broncos not having a joint practice this week with the Green Bay Packers when it seemed like that would be a natural. So Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco insider, who was on with us earlier today, any info, any theories as to why not?
He'd rather stay in his routine of installing the offense and going through everything he wants to work with in his practice routine. You kind of get out of your routine with the joint practice. You got to have a rest day, kind of a light day before. Then you have the physical joint practice. You got to come off a light day after, and then there's the game. And sometimes, it affects what players, because you have a joint practice 2 days before, it affects the lineup that you have for the preseason game. He'd rather keep the emphasis on his practice routine and everything he wants to go through and the preseason game.
Well, that's Mike's thoughts on why Sean Payton decided not to have the joint practice. Let's hear from the coach himself. Why not?
I would say they'll be similar. I think we can kind of create some of these competitive periods that, we don't always have to have another team to do it, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe a little bit more to that practice in drills that we might have done, let's say, with Green Bay or Minnesota, if that makes any sense. I think we can control it, and it helps with the install schedule.
So, how about this? You're going to love this, Broncos country. Maybe part of the reason why we're not seeing a joint practice this week, for those reasons right there, but also that Matt LaFleur is scared of the Broncos. So check this out. 2 years ago, remember, the Packers were here, and we had a joint practice with the Packers, and it went very well for the Broncos, and then they went out in the preseason game over at Mile High and destroyed the Packers 27-2 in the game. Afterwards, Matt LaFleur said his team was, quote, humbled by the Broncos. So when asked this year about having joint practices, LaFleur said they weren't going to have joint practices with the Steelers or Broncos. Instead, they're going to have one next week with the Arizona Cardinals and his brother, Mike LaFleur, who's a rookie coach. So there you go. Matt LaFleur doesn't want any of the Broncos smoke this week. How about that?
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's all good. I think, Sean has a reason for, whether it was going to be, not wanting to do it or, Matt LaFleur didn't want to do it. And you can get good work in. And Kliss is right, because sometimes, the day before you want to have your guys as fresh as possible for that one practice against the other team. So you don't do a whole lot. And then the next day you don't do a whole lot. So in these situations, now you can get a couple good days in, full pads, and get after it a little bit, and you can set up any kind of drills or any kind of situations that you want to set up that you would do against Green Bay or Minnesota. So, again, I think there's some value there, but I'm not going to put too much into them not having a joint practice. It's all good.
I think all that you said makes sense, but I like Mike's theory. Matt LaFleur is scared.
Yep.
Right?
Why don't you text him? You got
cram
his
it
number.
up your cram hole, LaFleur.
You got his number. Text him.
Yeah.
You
Say,
scared? Hey, Stink here. You scared?
You scared?
You scared?
You scared? You avoiding the Broncos?
Why would they be scared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably more of it. It probably makes more sense, like Stoke said. And then Arizona, your brother, you're trying to help your brother.
Maybe.
And all
right.
that
Add
kind
a little
of stuff.
juice. There'll be a lot of fans there. Yeah,
right. But it just is a better story if he's scared.
Right.
It's a better
That's
story.
what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
How about this, though? Are the Broncos in their evolution under Sean Payton, have they arrived at a point where really joint practices don't benefit them? Meaning that in the first couple of years, you're trying to build something. You're trying to build the roster up. You got a young quarterback. You want all the competition possible. But now we just watched them play the other night. They look really good. They look like a team that's ready to go for opening week. And you just kind of measure the whole risk-reward type thing that, yeah, I could get out here and get more competition, but, do I really need it?
Right.
And is it maybe safer to just kind of control things ourselves rather than bringing in the added variable that is the other team?
Yeah, the other thing is, from a depth standpoint and a team construction standpoint, we're better than anybody we're going to joint practice against. And then you can get into a situation where you say, okay, I have a little bit more control over the next 2 days of things that we know we need to work on. And when you do a joint practice, you know what? You get the things you want to work on, and they get a choice to have some things that they want to work on. So ultimately, in that one scrimmage type of scenario, you may not hit all the things you want to hit for yourself because you've got to give some of those to the Packers, obviously. So, yeah, I can see that as well, looking at that going, man, I've got 3 or 4 things that I want to work on, and run them against our defense is going to be the biggest challenge we have. So let me get these 3 or 4 things that I wouldn't necessarily get. Out of the 4 things I want to work on, I'm only going to get 2 in the joint practice, and then I'm going to have to take a day off. I want to get all 4 of them done.
Yeah, you're just able to get more work in on and, you don't know at the time what you're going to be wanting to work on or need to work on 2 months ago when you're setting up these practices and what it's going to look like. So, but I don't think you ever get to a point where you're just like, we're too good for joint practices, though, Evans. I don't think you get to that point. I remember looking up and you see, the Patriots with Tom Brady doing it, in their heyday. So, they were there forever. So I don't think you get to that point where you just say, we're too good for joint practice.
So you think this just might be a one-off with Sean this year?
I think it's just a one-off, and maybe next year is different. The thing I do like about Sean, though, is he's very flexible, and he changes. He's not going to, we're going to do joint practices every year. We're not going to do them. I think it depends on your team and, what you want to get accomplished.
Yesterday, I heard Dover and Cecil. What do you call them?
Tribe of Hate.
Hate of the year. In this case, they were talking, it was positive stuff. They were talking about the Broncos forcing a couple of turnovers, couple of interceptions. Riley Moss, Jahdae Barron, one by Barron goes back the other way. And they intimated that are we seeing a different approach defensively by the Broncos this year? Is there more of an emphasis on being more aggressive with their defense to try to create those turnovers? Do you subscribe to that theory at all?
How can you be more aggressive than leading the league in sacks and challenging Chicago Bears, National Football League record? Like blitzing man, you got to catch the ball. They created 14 turnovers last year. You got to catch the ball, and when you sack the quarterback, you can't sack just the quarterback. You got to sack the football. Like, is there more of an emphasis? What do you think? Okay, now, hey guys, last year, only 14 turnovers. We played a little bit soft. Now we're going to go for it.
Well, their outstanding producer, Alex Botello, put out this little summary of what they said. So, okay, here it is. I'm
just making sure you're not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm reading what comes from their producer. The Denver Broncos were clearly trying to cause more turnovers early on Friday, and Cecil thinks that new philosophy is here to stay. With their new aggression on that side of the ball, Cecil wants to warn Broncos country that sometimes they're going to get burnt, but other times they're going to do something special.
No, I'm with Mark. What new philosophy? Like, what do you mean? We're going to try to, like, so I guess what he's talking about, because Vance is an aggressive defensive coordinator.
Right.
I mean, we see that. I mean,
played cover zero on the biggest play of the year last year.
Right, so, I mean, he brought the house. So I think, when you look at maybe what Cecil's talking about, okay, our defensive backs are going to, if they see something, they're going to they're going to jump the route, right? They're going to try to be more aggressive when it comes to jumping certain routes. But I don't think so, man. I think, Pat Surtain's going to be Pat Surtain. Riley, you don't want to give up a touchdown for an interception. I mean, is that the way we're going to do it? I don't think so. So I think it's one of those things where you always, or it's a point of emphasis for all 32 teams.
Right.
Their defenses. Point of emphasis, hey, we need to create more turnovers, and we need to be aggressive and we need to attack the ball. But I don't think that you're going to see all of a sudden this secondary jumping all these routes and then balls are going over their head because there's a double move on it. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Well, and you look at the interceptions. I mean, they were off tip balls. So what, you're telling me that for the first time ever that Vance Joseph has been the DC here? He's telling the defensive linemen to put their arms up and try to tip the pass?
That's one of Zach Allen's strengths.
Right?
Zach Allen bats down more balls than almost anybody in the NFL.
Or what? This was the year that they told inside linebackers like Kareem Reed, look, I know in years past we want you to keep your arms down by your side as the ball whistles by your head. This year we want you to put your arms out and try to deflect the pass.
Right.
I mean, what?
Do we have to play better football?
Yeah. I think that's – I think they were trying a little too hard on that.
Yeah, Vance Joseph has always brought pressure. He's always been able to blitz people. That's always been part of his makeup. And he was consistently one of the top in the league of doing that. So, everybody's working on turnovers. They didn't get a whole lot of them last year. Did they not emphasize them last year? Of course they did. And
were they not aggressive?
Right. Of course, did they go back at the start of training camp goes, hey, guys, I want you to look at something. See these things that are hanging out of your shoulder pads? You know what they call those? They call those arms. You see those things? And you know what's at the end of the arms? They're called hands.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do this year is we're going to use those things to actually jam them out there in the air and try to catch the ball. And they're like, everybody's like, oh, my God, was that what? Like, is that what hindered us last year?
Listen, here's what's going to happen this year, right? The Broncos are going to go from forcing 14 turnovers last year to, let's say, 26 this year. And everyone's going to be going on and on about what'd you do differently? Where was the point of emphasis? What kind of different drills did you do? And you know what? They will not have done anything different this year than they did last year. The only difference will be law of averages.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
You're going to get some balls that bounce your way this year. And you didn't get those last year. So,
my son got sent down to the minors, when he was young in his career. And he goes down to the AAA for like 3 weeks and is like dealing, right? I mean, he's like 2.4 strikeouts an inning, and he's got a 1.2 ERA, and he was there for 2 or 3 weeks, and he gets called back up, and he's in the locker room, and the Detroit media interviews him like, hey, your numbers were astronomically good, in the minors. He goes, what did you do differently? And he goes, absolutely nothing. He goes, the strike zone is bigger and the hitters aren't as good. He goes, that's the difference,
yeah.
right?
And the lighting's not as good,
right,
that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the hitters aren't as good and the strike zone's bigger. I didn't do anything different.
By the way, this might be a great opportunity for a story time with Stink. Real quick one here. I don't know if you've heard this one. The
Joe Gibbs?
No. Regal? No. The busted nipple story while you were trying to catch him.
Oh,
I love this
God.
story. I love this story.
So Daniel gets drafted, first-round draft choice, and his normal catcher is out of town. And he's waiting to sign this contract, and there's a clause in the contract that his agent won't let him sign this contract with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And so he's waiting to go to rookie ball or go to, single A or whatever. But he's like, I got to throw a bullpen. And, me, I'm an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll catch you. We can throw a bullpen.
I've been catching you my whole life.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, Dan, just, go calm, go easy, about 70%, right? And so I'm catching Daniel, and I'm all splayed out. I don't have anything. I've got a mitt. That's all I got. And Daniel's throwing 100 miles an hour. I mean, he's sitting at 97, 98 miles an hour. And so he's throwing this bullpen, and we're 20 minutes into this thing, and I am stabbing everything. I'm like, I felt like I was Pudge Rodriguez back there.
Just Pudge. Sandy Alomar.
Right, yeah. And I'm
Tony
like,
Pena.
dude, so I'm like, go ahead, let one eat. And he's like, are you sure? And I go, yeah. And I swear to you, man, he let it go, and I put my mitt up, and before I could even get my mitt up, wham! Right in my right nipple, just dropped me to the ground, right? And I am rolling around on the ground with my hand on my chest, going and I thought I was going to have to run to the hospital and have nipple reattachment surgery, right? Because I thought my nipple was in my pants, and I get up, I take my shirt off, Stoke, and it's black and blue, and you can see the seam went right across the nipple, and I was like, you son of a, I want to beat his ass, right?
You told him to do it.
I know.
And he even warned you, going,
Yeah.
I don't think I should.
Right.
You're not ready for this, old
Can
man.
you imagine if that thing hit me in the face?
Those are big nipples, too.
Big nipples.
No, I don't have big nipples.
Big nipples.
Yeah. I have a big chest, but I have very tight, taut nipples.
Big boobs.
Jeez,
big nipples.
Yeah. No, I don't have big.
Well, good thing it didn't hit your face. That would have ruined
This
your
is
classic
graphic.
soap opera looks. Coming up next, Mark's 15 minutes away from doing his Telestrator Tuesday, but Stoke with a very good observation about Sean Payton and Jonah Coleman. He'll share with you coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Not that I needed to, but got another reminder of just the great people at Siltahar Motors. I mean, there's a reason why they've been locally and family owned for over 66 years. Out at their Foundation Charity Golf Tournament on Sunday, and just the nicest people. It's so well run. You get a real good idea of why they are so successful. The idea that they are a community dealership, and their neighbors treating their customers like neighbors. It's a formula that has stood the test of time and continues today. And they got some great stuff going on right now. The Ford Summer Sales Event is happening right now. F-150, Bronco Explorer, and Ranger, all at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back across the lineup. Also, if you're not ready for new, Siltahar has a huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Everyone inspected, warranty, and backed by a 5-day exchange. You don't love it? Swap it, no questions. Family-owned, 4 big dealerships in one, Ford, Lincoln, Mazda, and Volvo. You can shop at sthmotors.com or come on by in person, Highway 36 and Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want out of a dealership.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built Americans' financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. This is Stephen K. Bannon. What is the foundation of your savings? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. To learn more, get your free info kit from Birch Gold by texting SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to 989898. Take a stand for your financial future. Text SECURE to 989898 right now to receive your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Jack's. Jack's, a modern steakhouse, 2 locations, Jack's on Pearl Street and Jack's in Lone Tree. Local ownership, guys, and their philosophy is simple. Exceptional ingredients, genuine hospitality, and experience that's both upscale and comfortable. And I'm telling you guys, the food is to die for. From their Australian Wagyu, oh, so tender, you can cut it with a fork. It's delicious. And their seafood, guys, prepared by chef-driven dry-age programming, program. It is the best in the state. I'm telling you, it is so good. Social hours from 3 to 5. They've got lunch served daily, Thursday through Sunday, brunches as well. And don't forget the Blind Tiger Speakeasy, currently open Thursday through Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. Guys, Jack's, you want a great meal, head on over to Jack's. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee it.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Welcome to Whatever Bank. How may I barely help you today?
Hi, is there an option to open a checking account with no monthly fees?
0 monthly fees? I'm afraid not. Just think of the fee as a subscription to your own money.
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to Key Bank to open a Key Smart checking account with no monthly maintenance fees.
Ooh, I like that.
Learn more at key.com/keysmartchecking. Key Bank opens doors. Key Bank, member FDIC.
At Applied Future Technologies, they use AI and automation to solve real business problems. How much time does your team lose to repetitive tasks, manual data entry, and searching through information? They build practical solutions around your organization's unique needs. Tools that organize and analyze information, streamline workflows, reduce backlogs, and support faster decisions. Give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Discover what Applied Future Technologies can automate for you at appliedfuture.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
You made a good observation the other day, earlier today, Stoke. Telestrator Tuesday with Mark, by the way, coming up here in about 15 minutes as you're going to break down the Broncos' very effective run game the other night against Atlanta. What did you see there? So we'll get to that. But, Stoke, when you were doing your film study of Telestrator Tuesday, you did a great job. Those who missed it, 7:30, Stoke breaking down Jarrett Stidham's performance. Very good start to Telestrator Tuesday, but you made an observation about Jonah Coleman.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, yesterday you asked me, and you brought up the topic of, okay, well, Jonah Coleman played so well. Should we try to take some of the workload off J.K. Dobbins and split reps between those two and, you know, just try to get as much as possible out of J.K. Dobbins this year and keep him as fresh as possible? And I was like, no way, no. Dobbins needs his carries. I don't think it's fair to him, you know, to take away carries from him when he's healthy. You're looking at a top 5 runner in the league. But, man, after watching Coleman again and how he runs and the things that he did, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. You might be on to something there. But I don't know how it would look, you know, whether it's 6 carries for Coleman and 12, but I just don't see much for Harvey right now. Honestly, in the run game, I'm like, okay, yeah, the third down back, and that's kind of about it. But I guarantee you, I pretty much think that they're going to give Harvey some opportunities on the ground also.
You would think. I mean, do you think that Jonah Coleman could come in as that secondary back and basically push R.J. Harvey into the background further? Could he be a third down back? Could he be a guy catching the ball? I think Harvey did such a great job last year. I mean, what do you have, 10 touchdowns?
Yeah.
He did a great job of catching the ball and doing those things. That I think that role is pretty solidified for him. I'm not one of those dudes that thinks you eliminate and you go, you know, if it's 16 carries, you go 8 and 8 or 10 and 6. I don't buy that, just simply because there's a rhythm to running the football. There's a there's a feel to running the football, what you want to accomplish, and how a defense is playing you. And I believe backs need those opportunities, and they get frustrated when they don't get them. It's hard if you're not getting the lion's share of that stuff to really get a feel for how the defense is playing you.
Well, there's no doubt that Sean really likes Jonah Coleman, and I think he gave him the ultimate compliment that you can give to a rookie. Here was Sean talking about Jonah Coleman's workload the other night against Atlanta.
I kind of felt like we knew what the roles were going to be like, and then there was a point. I think he had 2 or 3 carries, and all right, I've seen enough here, and so it's just your instincts relative to the evening and who's playing. But I didn't need to see additional evidence of what I've been seeing for 3 weeks.
Stoke, he's giving Jonah Coleman the veteran treatment.
Yeah.
And so if he already feels that Jonah Coleman has accelerated to this point, you got to find a role for him.
How do you keep him off the field?
Right.
How do you not give him opportunities? That's the question right now. What does that look like? And, every game will be different, and, hopefully we don't have injuries, but injuries happen also, and so it could work itself out. But I don't know, with what I saw and the way that he ran that football, how you keep him off the football field and he doesn't get opportunities. Now, we'll see what it looks like these next 2 weeks, but, whoo, man, you might have got to – and I tell you all the time, the steals are in the 4th round. That's where you find the gems.
Yeah.
That's why you would know.
I've always said that. I've always said that.
I would know. And
4th round, 10th round. That's where the steals are.
Yeah, more 4th than 10th.
Probably.
But
nowadays, because there is no 10th anymore.
Well, they did away with it because they never found anybody in the 10th. It's just a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in the 10th?
Yeah.
Mecklenburg was in the 12th.
Yeah.
They had 12-round drafts.
They didn't do any scouting back then.
I know. They took Street and Smith magazine.
Right.
And,
let me just read. Who's the Schlereth guy? We'll probably get him in the 10th. Mecklenburg, 12th, whatever. I mean, there was no scouting then.
Right. There was no Mel Kiper.
Come on.
It wasn't a cottage industry. But what is, okay, let's say they are very determined to get Jonah Coleman involved, and he's not simply the J.K. Dobbins break glass in case of injury fallback. Define the role then. How can you envision? What would you envision the role being?
No, if my vision would be he would take away a bunch of R.J. Harvey's snaps.
R.J. Harvey's or J.K. Dobbins?
R.J. Harvey's.
But we're only playing Harvey on 3rd down, right? Are we giving him some early down too?
Well, I mean, he gets occasionally,
what's the plan?
every now and again, he occasionally gets some early down and stuff. But I would just say that if you're gonna get him really involved, then he becomes your number 2 back. He becomes your second back.
Shouldn't he be the second back? Or am I overreacting to one preseason game?
Well, I would have said that until I heard that comment from Sean.
Mark?
Yeah,
what do you think,
man? I think let's watch the rest of preseason, but he was really good. And as Sean said, he just confirmed on 4 carries what I've been seeing for 3 weeks.
Right.
So, overreaction Tuesday? I mean, I don't know how you keep him off the field. There was hype surrounding him when he got here for a 4th-round pick. And, when you run the ball like that, that's how you're supposed to run the football. That's what a running back looks like, right? You can just tell. Like, okay, wow. I mean, some guys have it, some guys don't. And when he sticks his foot in the ground and finds the hole, he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's tough to tackle. How do you keep that guy off the football field? I think right now I would have him as my lead backup behind J.K. Dobbins.
Nah, see, I look at it as this is a way to reduce wear and tear and just decrease the odds of J.K. Dobbins getting hurt. Because I like R.J. Harvey in that role. I think this is, and I'm sorry, I don't buy the idea that running backs, they get better with more carries. That was Terrell Davis's time. in the days of running back by committee that we are all familiar with as fantasy football players.
Mark is not going to be happy.
I know
with
he's
this.
not, but you
Mark,
just
close your ears.
Yeah, but Mark also covers the NFL, and he knows what it is. He knows what the score is with these running
Let me
backs.
ask you
more
a
and more, it's
question.
running back by more and more. It's running back by committee.
Was Kenneth Walker better when he was splitting carries with Charbonnet, or was he better at the end of the season leading the Seahawks to a world championship once he became the bell cow? And I'll answer it for you. He was way better. They were trying to trade him week 5. They were trying to get rid of him week 5. And ultimately he signs the richest free agent contract in the NFL last offseason at the running back position, because once he became the bell cow, he was 100 times better than he was as a split carry guy. So
but he doesn't have the injury. He doesn't have the injury history.
You can think the way you want to think, but you ask any running back in the National Football League, and I guarantee you they'll sit with me.
Well, of course they want to run the football more often, but more and more coaches are telling you they don't want their running backs to do that.
Right. We got Telestrator
now I'm a little bit pissy.
All right, good. Put that energy into Telestrator Tuesday. Next.
2 weeks out, and Colorado's fall camps are heating up. Touchdown! Can Coach Prime's brand new offensive line come together in time for the Buffs to prove the doubters wrong? And in Fort Collins, has anyone separated themselves in CSU's quarterback battle before the Rams open against Wyoming? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Colorado turns 150 this month. And for over 50 years, Gravina's been serving Denver, Colorado, and been part of their story. After this month of intense summer heat, your windows, if they're showing their age with failed seals, drafts, condensation, they just can't handle Colorado's climate anymore. Stress from temperature swings, UV rays, and Colorado climate can take a toll on aging windows. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton knows Colorado homes because they've been protecting them through every season for over 5 decades. And right now, Infinity by Marvin Windows, which feature fiberglass construction 8 times stronger than standard vinyl, a choice that stands up here to Colorado's climate year after year. And right now, you get 25% off Infinity by Marvin Windows, plus 12 months, no interest financing. I'm telling you, it's not going to get better than that. 25% off Infinity by Marvin Windows, 12 months, no interest financing. Find out more in a free consultation at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
Max HELOC is a game changer and can lower your bill significantly without affecting your current loan. How much savings depends on your unique situation, but you could borrow $250,000 with a payment option as low as $495 a month. Consolidate your debts and make life a lot easier. We make it easy to save, and you don't need perfect credit either. U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all, 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
What's going on, Broncos country? Of course, this beautiful voice that you're hearing is Philip Lindsay here. Football season is back. But knee, shoulder, or back pain can bench you quickly. Don't sit on the sidelines. Go see the team that can get you right at Regen RX in Denver. They specialize in game-changing PRP and regenerative stem cell therapy to repair damaged tissues, tackle inflammation, and sideline chronic aches. Stop playing defense against joint pain. Give my friends at Regen RX a call today at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co.
It's home selling season, and what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first. Then, your local Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. One customer said, "I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing." Amazing. Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
QC Kinetics helps active people stay active. People like David Boardman, police officer, competitive athlete, and gym owner who trains hard almost every day.
My body's taken a lot of abuse over the years. I've had multiple knee surgeries on both of my knees. I could barely run a mile prior to going to QC Kinetics. Doctors have all told me, hey, you are going to need knee replacements.
But QC Kinetics gave David great news.
We're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but 2 healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
And after David's regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics?
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week. I really wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for QC Kinetics.
From knee pain to Ironman training.
It's a no-brainer.
Now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics to book your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
One Real Broncos Talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Broncos staff getting the field ready for practice coming up in about an hour. Open to the public. Good news. The bleachers are fixed. They're no longer a structural issue that forced the fans not being allowed to come into practice yesterday, but they are going to be welcome back here today. So if you have a ticket, come on by and watch practice today. Got a nice debate going on back and forth. I just kind of checked in on it on our Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Champ Honda. Got some people defending R.J. Harvey and kind of the back and forth. What's R.J. Harvey's role in this offense? So it leads perfectly. Telestrator Tuesday is back. As we started this, doing this a lot last couple of years. Stoke got into it last year, was great at it. So we take a part of the Broncos' recently played game. The guys go into the coach's film. They break it all down and hopefully make you a more informed football fan. So it's Stink's turn for Telestrator Tuesday.
It's Telestrator Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, then you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here, and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
All right, Stink. It was a very impressive performance by Jonah Coleman, R.J. Harvey, and the Broncos running game. You took a deep dive into it. What'd you see?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that really struck me. One, and I talked to Davis Webb, this is about a month ago, just about kind of philosophical approach to the run game, what they want to accomplish. And it really comes down to what is your identity? Like, what are your North Star plays? These are the things we're going to run come hell or high water. And so they really focused on, like, 5 different type of runs. They ran duo, which is like a gap play, double teams. Think about double teams with an extra tight end over there, like 2 tight end sets, where you're just not pulling anybody, but you're just double teaming everybody and driving them back. They ran power, which is fullback lead on the edge, and then the guards wraps around to the opposite side. So that's another gap play. And then they run ISO, which is the fullback in I just leading on a Mike linebacker or leading on a linebacker. And then they just ran inside-outside zone. So really 5 core concepts that they ran in this particular game, which I love. I love hanging your hat on a couple of concepts so that you can always be good at it. So right off the bat with Harvey, R.J. Harvey, they ran duo and just a double team between right guard, right tackle, just smashing the Atlanta Falcons, and he put his foot in the ground and got right behind it for like an ugly 4 yards. That's exactly what I wanted to see. But then the second run, they ran ISO. So you're fanning the backside, meaning you're just kind of kicking out on the backside. You've got what they call an ace block. Center, guard, right guard, double team in the nose to the backside linebacker. Middle linebacker being attacked by your fullback. The toughest block, and I always talk to you guys about this, you got to understand the concept if you're a running back. Where is the weak point? The toughest block is McGlinchey, the right tackle, with a head-up defensive end. They call it a 4 technique, which is a 2-gap player, meaning he's got the inside and the outside. And so R.J. Harvey gets the ball. If you just stick it right behind the fullback, it's dirty, but you're probably going to pop out for 7 or 8 yards. And he doesn't trust it. He doesn't believe in it. He pops outside, and the defensive end slides off of McGlinchey, who's got a great block, and tackles it for 2 yards. And that was the one I was just like, dude, you cannot do that. That's you not understanding the defense, right? You not understanding where the toughest point is and who's got the toughest block, who's wearing the hat. But then he goes right back on a couple of powers. He puts his foot in the ground, gets as much yardage as he can on all those. I was impressed for the most part with R.J. Harvey just saying, man, I'm going to put it downhill. I'm not bouncing out. He had the one bounce out, and it cost him. And hopefully that's a learning experience for R.J. Harvey. When it comes to Jonah Coleman, I'm telling you, man, I was really impressed with not only his ability at first daylight to put his foot in the ground and go get positive yardage, man. I talked about him being a Mo Jones-Drew type of prototype type back, rolling ball of butcher knives, hard to tackle, low center of gravity, great vision, and that understanding of the importance of 4 yards, just the understanding of keeping us on schedule. And then he had one of the great blocks, in my estimation, on just kind of a duo play where he's entering on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and Ingram's got the tough block, and he just hesitates. Defensive end commits, jumps inside, and Ingram holds the block, did a really good job, bounces outside of that, but stays super tight to that block. Like scrapes on the legs and the butt of Evan Ingram because he's got another tough block for a receiver on the edge. So he stays away from that block, which just tells me you have great understanding of what the concept is. That's when he rolls in, bounces off the defender, spins out, and picks up about 9 or 10 yards, 11 yards, whatever it was. I just thought he was exceptional in running the ball. So my takeaway on this is both guys really understood how to get downhill, right, first daylight, other than that one play by R.J. Harvey. And then the other thing is, find your 4 or 5 North Star type of plays that you're going to run and just stay true to those things. And they did that all day long.
Yeah, my question is, Mark, after, listening to that and watching what I watch is, how does Jonah Coleman not the next man up? How is he not, Dobbins gets the first 2 series.
Yeah.
And then the third series, guess who's starting? It should be Coleman. And then the third down back during that whole time, the third down guy can be Harvey.
Right.
So there you go.
If this was like the only game you evaluate, it came out no practice evaluation, nothing. If this was just the only evaluating metric that you use, 100%.
I don't need anymore. I don't need anymore. I saw enough.
Jonah Coleman is just a better downhill run. He's just a better on scheme runner right now than RJ Harvey. And you guys know I love RJ. I love what he did last year, but you know that I have been critical all last season about his propensity to not take the 3 or 4 yards that's presented to him to try to get something better and end up putting the offense behind the chains.
All right, very simple answer. I want you to answer it coming up. All right, Jonah Coleman has to be on the field. Whose playing time, whose snaps does he cut into? J.K. Dobbins or R.J. Harvey? You'll answer that coming up next. Also, Stokes going to tell you why he's a little bit distracted today. That's next.
Back-to-back series wins on the road for the first time in 3 years. The Rockies are swinging the bats. The young guys are showing up, and this team's playing with an edge. Is this what the next chapter of Rockies baseball looks like? Right here. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, it could be cars, sodas, fried chicken, doesn't matter. The best products have time-tested, successful formulas. It's no different with Advanced Hair Restoration. For more than 2 decades, they have been successfully giving guys their hair back, and that includes me. The winning formula here is an all-natural solution to hair loss. No lotions or pills. With Advanced Hair, they take your own natural hair, put where you want it, and as much as you'd like, and it begins to regrow the very next day. Better yet, it's guaranteed to grow. Perfect time to get introduced to Advanced Hair. Right now, it's their once-yearly summer savings event. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar. Get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. Take it from me. Getting your hair back is a huge confidence boost. You'll feel both personally and professionally. Plus, you get to work with the legend herself, Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same Dr. Pauls I worked with 20 years ago. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
They say age 40 is the new 20, and that's because guys in their 40s and 50s and 60s are walking around with testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want energy, drive, and libido of your younger self, then go to fixmylowt.com and book your free T-test today.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at Cummins.recall.com.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
If you work in logistics, companies need your skills now. Express Employment Professionals helps you find contract or full-time work at no cost to you. Visit expresspros.com and get to work.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Live out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Broncos practice going to get underway here in the next 40, 45 minutes. And open to the public, open to you fans today. So come on by if you have your ticket for today, because the bleachers have been structurally cleared after yesterday being deemed unsafe. Good to go today, so we welcome the fans on back out here to Broncos practice. And we got Brandon Stokley. I mean, you know, when I see a text like this or when I see a comment like this on the RamosLaw.com text line or the Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Sean Ponda, and it says, this one's from Lon Krieger, 8927, not to be confused with Lon Kruger.
Yeah, the basketball coach.
Stokes on it. Coleman out here looking like Emmitt Smith. Give the young man the rock. And you coming up with these great takes and Telestrator Tuesday, all this while still being distracted.
Yeah, very distracted today. I got work to do today because the rest of the week is probably be locked down with golf, right? And the wife's been on me
like it's a chore.
Right, the wife's been on me though about getting the front right by the road weeding. Got to get
the wife
down
is like,
there with, a lot of that. So I'm like, today's the day I have to do it. Just got a new weed eater that that we got on loan. So I finally got a gas powered one, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go down there today and just get this thing knocked out, and everything's going to be good to go. Then y'all proceeded to tell me that, well, you can't just use regular gas in it. I'm like, what do you mean you can't use it? What am I supposed to use? And you're like, you got to do some kind of mixture thing. I'm not good at all that stuff, like the mixing thing. And so then I got a little bit nervous about that. So I don't know how that's going to go. I'm hoping that it has enough gas in it right now where I can just do everything and not have to worry about it. But I got to get that weeding done, and I was a little bit mad at myself. I think it was yesterday. I was driving to the house, and they had a lawn service out there that was doing like my neighbor's yard. I was like, I think I should just roll up and say, guys, how much to just do this real quick?
Look at Mark. He's just disgusted
like
right
just
now.
like 220s, one like what and I would have been done with it.
The look on his face is just
I would have
pure
been done with it. But hey,
so
guess what? I wouldn't have had to hear and then she would have said, I can't believe you did it. Great job. And I'd been like, yeah, I take care of my stuff. Don't worry about it. I got that.
Yeah.
I did it. So yeah, so I have to and then Mark's showing me what I have to go buy at Lowe's, whatever.
Yeah.
The mixture stuff, and so I never had any idea that I had to mix that with gas.
I have. What would you put the percentage on him being able to get the weed eater started?
Yeah, y'all were talking about some kind of choke.
Yeah. I would say
it's like my so it's like my my snowblower.
Yeah.
So I just need to choke it a couple times.
You got to prime it. There's a prime button for the gas, and then
there you go. All right, you're on it. You're on
Okay.
it.
What do you think? 60-40,
Yes,
70-30?
Yeah.
60.
I keep your phone on. There's
Yeah,
a good
keep your
chance.
phone on.
There's a
Here's
good
the
chance
FaceTime.
you're going to get FaceTime.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Yeah, Stoke, here's the deal. I am on call.
Yes.
I'm on call for this. And if you need me, I can bring my weed trimmer over and I
that's
can
love.
I can help you out.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I might just come over there and just can you loan it to me?
Here's the other
or
question.
do you have to be like with it?
Well, I'll just bring it over to you. Yeah, but mine's easy to operate.
Here's the question. Are you wearing goggles or not?
Full goggles.
Oh,
Gosh,
geez,
4
come
goggles.
on.
I'm not taking that chance, man. You know these eyes. I got to see my golf ball.
It's good.
I got what happened if all of a sudden the rock hits it? I got to have a patch on it. You know how long that's 4 to 6 weeks?
It's called pirate golf.
Right, 4 to 6 weeks.
You just got to do the squinty stare, okay? You don't need to, nobody, you don't go out like Mark, right? Mark's not going to weed eat eyes wide open. You do the squinty stare while you're weed eating. That way you reduce the odds of getting hit.
Yeah.
It's got to be a 1 in a million shot to get you because you got the little squinty
if it
thing
gets
going.
in there on the 1 in a million, that's
no.
Like if it gets in,
that's
it gets
fake.
in.
That's
Okay,
fake.
y'all are
Yeah.
not very bright.
That's fake.
Yeah, but I'm gonna help y'all out here. It doesn't have to go into your eye socket to affect you, right? It can hit the top of your eye and damage it still. I mean, and then next thing you know, you're going back to Cordarelli's.
Yeah.
And
Cordarelli's.
Yes, and you're gonna have to have
corduroy my eye.
and you're gonna have to have another procedure.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, listen, that's the chance I'm willing to take. I live right on the edge.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Right
not.
on the edge.
There's no risk there for me. I'm wearing full. Like I'm going skiing goggles.
Yeah.
Because I don't go skiing anymore.
Yeah.
No.
So I might as well use
Skiing
it for something.
goggles with an old Bronco helmet.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was going to say orange helmet, orange vest,
Yes.
knee pads, elbow pads.
Maybe they can outfit you with a visor here, too.
Right.
Maybe you get one of those cool visors, okay? All right. We had Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco insider, on earlier today. Some good stuff from Mike, including the question, is there a legitimate backup quarterback battle being fought by Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ehlinger?
It was Jarrett Stidham's job to lose, and he definitely didn't lose it. I think he secured it this last game. There's still 2 more. You can't go chucking picks here in the last 2 games. So there's still a little bit of pressure there. But all along, Stidham was the guy that they were looking to.
So do you think they keep 3 on the active?
Not to start, I don't. They didn't last year. They haven't yet. They do by season's end. They figure it out. But to start the season, it's hard to fit in that third quarterback. And so Sam might, once again, like he did last year, he might get some nibbles from other teams.
You did the Telestrator Tuesday, and you did a great job breaking down Jarrett Stidham's performance. In your mind, after watching Jarrett Stidham, is there a quarterback battle?
No. I think he's got it locked down. Obviously, like Kliss said, I mean, you still have a lot of ball left. Don't screw it up the last 2 preseason games. But overall, no. He came in as a leader in the clubhouse, and he played really well last Friday. So I don't think there's going to be a situation where he ends up getting surpassed by Ehlinger. Do you, Mark?
No, I don't. I will say this, like, if they don't keep 2, who are you more likely to get through waivers or cut a deal with is Ehlinger, right? Not Jarrett Stidham. I mean, so that will factor in as well as who you keep on your roster.
Oh, you think Stidham is a more attractive pickup on waivers than Ehlinger with his salary?
Yeah, he's a veteran. Again,
clearly you have not been listening to the Tribe.
Right. No, but clearly, like, how many people leave themselves
I mean,
in
but Stidham
position,
can't run.
Right. In a
Can't
position,
move.
How many teams leave themselves in a position of weakness when it comes to a backup quarterback? It blows me away. Like, oh, we can't pay $6 million. Dude, that is chump change if you've got a guy that can bail you out of 3 or 4 weeks and not lose the season for you. How many teams go into a season with, like you talked about it with Josh Allen? What
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen
is their backup.
Yeah. I mean, if you go through it, there's a bunch of dudes who can't play.
The defending champs have Drew Lock as their backup. No disrespect, but come on.
Right. So, I mean,
the Patriots have Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
That's their backup.
DeVito.
Can you imagine what Tommy Cutlets would have done in the second half of that game?
He would have been dealing.
Oh, really?
He would have been dealing. No,
I don't think so.
No, I think
he would have been, hey, Jarrett Stidham, hold my beer. Watch this.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with Kliss there. Now, I understand what he's saying because, look, you got a deep roster.
Right.
So you're trying to keep that fourth tight end maybe. So do you gamble on that fourth tight end or do you gamble on Sam Ehlinger? And you got Sam Ehlinger last year to stay here.
Yeah.
He stayed here last year.
But here's the
he
big
had
difference.
Chances to go somewhere.
But here's the big difference. You got to put him through waivers initially.
Yeah.
To get him onto the practice squad. Now, once he's on the practice squad, other team can come calling, and Ehlinger can say no, thank you. But if you put him on waivers to get him onto the practice squad, team can claim him. It's
Does
not like
he go on waivers?
I don't think
Ehlinger could say,
is
sorry,
he a veteran?
I don't think you're going to be able to sneak him. If he continues to play like he did the other night,
right.
I don't think you're going to be able to sneak him
that's
through.
my point.
So, but I think you have a better chance of sneaking through a fullback, sneaking through,
right.
An extra
Fourth
tight end,
tight
end. I think that. So I would disagree with Mike. I think they will keep 3 on the active roster.
Yeah, I mean, last year, they were appreciative of him and not going other places because he could. And so I don't know what year is this for him. That's what I need to know because
this is like his 5th or 6th year.
Because if you're a veteran guy, you get released, you go straight to being a free agent. Now, if you're not vested,
right, then you go on waivers.
Then you go on waivers.
What's the cutoff? That's a good question.
Right.
Johnny Fever,
I think
maybe
he's 5 or 6 years in now.
So has he gotten to the point where he can
if
pick
he's
his
that
spot?
much, if
Sure.
if he's that far in, I don't think he's been. Yeah,
3 years, 3 years and 3 games, you're vested.
So I don't think he goes through waivers.
He becomes a free agent.
Right.
If you
isn't that correct, or am I way off here? I could be way off too.
I think you're right.
I could be way off on this. So
Johnny will look it up for us.
Okay.
I'm not aware off the top of my head. This is his 4th year in the league.
Okay.
So he may not be vested yet.
Right. He might not be.
His 4th, or this is the start of his 5th?
Going on his 4th.
Excuse me. He was with the – well, no. Okay. He didn't play last year, but he was active at times. So, so that would be his 4th year. So this is his
5th year.
5th year, maybe even 6th year.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't played. He hasn't played since 2023.
Do you know?
I don't know the rules.
Do you know how to Google?
I don't look.
No, it is funny because they don't have him for the Broncos because he didn't play in a game.
Oh, I got
what I'm
you.
saying.
But he did dress out for some games. He was on the active roster for some games.
So
right?
technically, he's played 3 years in the NFL, but he's been on rosters for 5. So does that?
I don't know how that affects. I don't know how that affects you.
Johnny will give us an update on that coming up. Also, more from Mike Kliss. We asked him if the Broncos are going to look to ease the logjam at wide receiver. His answer coming up next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Spine One. Listen, you live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery, how about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best part. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right, same-day appointments. They're a phone call away, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One, complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, and treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physicians are going to educate you on exactly what's going on and then give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Hey, guys, listen, man, they changed my life. I suffered with debilitating pain to the point where just checked me out of life. I was just like, I can't do it anymore, man. This is just killing me. Quit going to the gym, quit playing golf, and most importantly, couldn't sleep through the night. Well, a couple of short visits with my guys at Spine One, I was back in the gym, back on the golf course, and sleeping through the night. I tell you what, they can do it for you as well. Don't live in pain any longer. Don't check yourself out of life. Call them. 303-367-2225. Start your journey toward pain-free today. 303-367-BACK or online at spine1.com.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded 1 new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, Johnny Whiplash is working on the Ellinger question. We'll get an update here for you in a second in terms of if the Broncos decide to expose him to waivers, what does that mean? Or do they keep him on the team, the final 53, and not expose him to waivers? We'll get all that for you here in a second. In the meantime, we talked to Mike Kliss earlier today, and Stoke raised the question. It's a good one. We watch these receivers, and you watch Pat Bryant, you watch Troy Franklin, you got Waddle, you got Sutton. Marvin Mims, is Mims somebody that the Broncos might think about trading?
He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
Going to be a free agent. So we saw them working out a couple of punt returners, Cameron Ross, and he also did well on a jet sweep. Cameron Ross did. So could he be a Marvin Mims type replacement? If you want to trade Marvin Mims, what about it, Mike Kliss?
Not Mims, not any of the top 5. They've got maybe from 6 on back, but not Mims. Okay. Mims is too valuable. First of all, look what he was doing in camp before he got hurt. He was their best, by far, deep threat, and that's what he is. He's a great deep threat. He's their best deep threat, and he's also an all-pro returner. You're trying to win the Super Bowl this year. A second-round draft pick ain't going to help you win a Super Bowl in 2026.
Okay, so I understand. I mean, Mims he has been really good, and not just this year, but anytime he usually gets an opportunity to make plays, in a game when it matters the most, he usually makes plays. So, if you lose him at the end of the year, you lose him at the end of the year, I guess, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes. But what about this scenario? What happens if you really fall in love with one of these young wide receivers that you have? Who's our guy yesterday? Manjack, the 4th, right? What happens if he, continues to make plays? Do you look at that and say, well, we really like this guy. We don't want to lose this young wide receiver. Let's see if we can make a deal for Mims. The other side of it, Mark, is that if you lose him to free agency in a year, you get a compensatory pick. Probably a third rounder or something like that. So you would get a compensatory pick the following year. So you still have that working for you.
Yeah. I think what Mike Kliss said is you're trying to win a championship, and a second-round draft pick does not help you win a championship. And so, I'm with him. And we saw this last year with Pat Bryant. You can tell how much they love Pat Bryant. You tell how much they want him to be kind of another one of the guys that's a productive, is a feature-type guy. But also he had the concussions last year. And, the injury stuff is always something that you've got to concern yourself with. You got to have depth. What makes this team a Super Bowl contender? One of the things that makes it a Super Bowl contender is they've got a ton of depth. So if you do have an injury, you've got the depth on your roster as currently constructed to overcome that injury.
It's real easy to sit out here right now in August and say, come on, you can find punt returners, right? They're disposable. Move them in, move them out. Until you start getting down into those nitty-gritty games, and it's tight, and maybe it's a bad weather game, it's a low-scoring game, and then you realize, hey, we got a Pro Bowl returner. There's a reason he's a Pro Bowler. And you think about what that Pro Bowler in that kind of setting, what he could do to help you win a football game in a season in which you're trying to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm with you guys. You don't just casually say, let's move him for a pick, ease the logjam, and we'll put Cameron Ross back there in late December, in a bad weather game in New England, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Can you imagine if you did that, what the Tribe of Hate would say? Ooh. Oh, Cameron Ross fumbles a ball, and then next thing you know, they would
you'd never hear them.
No,
You're fired!
I think if I'm not mistaken, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. I think there was a game in New England in which the Broncos were dominating the first half of the game. And then New England came back to win, helped out by a muff punt by Wes Welker.
Yeah. I wouldn't have fumbled that punt because I wouldn't have been back there.
Welker's like, I'll be a team player.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you? Stoke would have been like, nope,
not me.
Not me.
Find someone else.
Yeah.
I don't do that stuff.
Yeah, I don't catch punts.
Return punts. You kidding me? Come on.
I'm going to go check my throne for Hate of the Year.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Not very good.
Professional football?
Yeah, well, in a preseason game.
Oh, okay. Did you ever do it in the regular season?
No.
I'll look up your stats.
No, never did.
In the meantime, Johnny Whiplash has the update on Sam Ehlinger.
Okay.
What do you got, Johnny?
Thank God we've got the little guy.
Yeah, so he would qualify as a vested veteran, so he would be a free agent if released.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right, so you could cut him then.
Yeah, so you could move on just with the understanding, hey, we're going to bring you back.
Right.
We just got to go through this log jam right here and make sure, because we don't want to have one of our other guys get scooped up, one of our young guys that you might have to keep on the roster. So, all right, yeah, that's good to know. I'm expecting them the majority of the season, like they did last year, to have 3 quarterbacks on the roster.
But cut him on final cut.
I don't know. No, I'm still not sold on that. If they do decide to do that, I do believe he comes back. But no, I'm not sold that they're going to definitely cut him. But if they do, because they need that spot, then I think they have an understanding from him. Okay, I'll stay. He did it before. Why wouldn't he do it this time?
Yeah, unless he goes to a place where he thinks, hey man, you're guaranteed to be the number 2, and you're one snap away from being a starter.
That is true. So yeah, it's always a gamble. And that's it. So do you want to gamble with your third quarterback? Yes or no? I mean, is it that big a deal to you? A guy that knows the offense, is good in the quarterback room. Obviously, Sean likes him. You can tell Sean likes him. So do you want to take that gamble?
I think it's a no-brainer. And the other thing too, you got to remember is that the practice squads have been since COVID, they've been expanded, and that's not going back. You can carry 16 players on your practice squad. It used to be like, what,
16?
8 or 9?
Yeah, like 8.
Right. Now it's 16.
They had me back there playing DB, scout team
right.
DB.
So now think about it. You have 16 guys you could put on your practice squad, which is why you can take guys who are vested veterans like a Sam Ellinger, like a Little Jordan. And, I mean, I think the same thing will probably happen with Little Jordan. Don't be surprised Little Jordan gets cut.
Oh, Little Jordan's going to be on the practice squad. That's 99. I'm 99% sure of that.
And then he'll be elevated probably for most game days.
Yeah,
and that's the way
the
way you play the game. So as long as you got a good relationship with Sam Ellinger, and you do, this allows you now to say, hey, Sam, we're going to cut you, okay, because we want to keep this fourth tight end or this whatever. And then you the relationship. We're good.
What about Mark's point?
And you come right back.
What if another team all of a sudden looks at it and says, "Oh, well, man, our backup quarterback's hurt, or we don't like this guy. We like you. We wanted to get you last year. Now we're going to make you our backup."
Didn't he have a chance to do that last year? Leave here and join a team as a backup?
I think it's different though when you're talking more towards the end of the year than the beginning of the year. Right? I mean, you've been here, you like it here, you want to stay here all off season. Now you're looking at it and say, well, I don't know what my future is going to be here.
All right, can we all agree then if it comes down to we have a player we like, a young player we want to hold on to that we don't want to expose to waivers, or Sam Ellinger, and we'll roll the dice? What do you do?
I'm keeping the quarterback.
Ooh, okay.
I'm keeping Ellinger. Mark, you going with Ellinger or are you going with the young player?
I think I'm keeping Ellinger.
Oh, wait, what player are you talking?
Yeah.
You talking about a tight end? You talking about loner?
Or maybe one of these young defensive linemen, or
it just depends on
Drew
who it is.
Sanders.
I'll put Drew on wire.
I don't think he's going to get picked up,
Yeah,
right?
I think we're good.
Wow. I think we're good.
Wow.
I think we'll be okay.
Well, holy
Moses.
What
does he got? What kind of resume he's got? He's been hurt all the
Why
time.
do you not like Drew? Who do you hate more, Gabe or Drew Sanders?
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Gabe's going to have a monster year.
Or Moms. Throw Moms in there.
Dion,
Sean.
I hate Mike Shanahan.
Yeah.
I hate Sean Payton.
You got a lot of hate.
Nathan McKinnon and Cale McCarr, you're bums.
Wow.
Gee. The no-fly zone.
No-fly zone, right? As great as the no-fly zone was, I don't think they were that great.
Wow.
Not giving Will Peterson enough heads up, coming to the show.
Yeah.
You were sick, huh?
Will, you are a bleeping idiot.
Plug and play.
Plug and play.
Wondering if there's any way you could bail me out again.
The again part.
Again. Well, he was there for me the day before.
I know.
I needed him another day. All right, coming up next, the Broncos had a couple of young players flash at this position. What did Sean Payton say? What did Zach Allen say about those guys? You'll hear that next.
September 15th is a month away. Will Cale McCarr put pen to paper on an 8-year deal before the new CBA takes it off the table? Is he eyeing a shorter term to bet on himself? And should Avs fans be nervous? Or is this just how superstar contracts get done? The clock is ticking in Colorado. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. Hey, the summer heat can wear anybody out. It can drain you, but if you've been feeling drained all year long, not feeling yourself, not having energy, not making gains at the gym, listen, man, it could be low testosterone. 1 in 4 men from 35 to 50 suffer from low testosterone and low energy levels that it creates, low sex drive, motivation, mood, and a whole lot more. Low T drains the energy and motivation out of you, so you don't have the things, you don't have the energy for the things that you absolutely love. And at some point, you may not even recognize yourself. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test and get consultation from a licensed provider who specializes in testosterone replacement therapy, explore a range of peptides, GLP-1s, the whole 9 yards. They've got your back, guys. Hey, don't spend another day wondering why you don't feel yourself. Go to fixmylowt.com to schedule a free testosterone test and consultation today. That's fixmylowt.com. One more time, fixmylowt.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run. Because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Siltahar Motors, where Colorado goes for the best deals, the best selection, and people who treat you right. Ford is ranked #1 in quality by J.D. Power, and Siltahar has the best selection of top-quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. F-150, Bronco, Explorer, and Ranger at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back. Plus, a large selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, warrantied, and backed by a 5-day exchange with top dollar for your trade. Family-owned, Ford dealerships in Colorado since 1960, STHmotors.com or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auction.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Here you have preseason games. It's watching young players, unheralded players. Yeah, maybe they're playing with the second and third stringers, but they do enough to flash to make you think, okay, is there something there? Is there something to be encouraged, to work with? And we saw a couple of young linebackers do just that. Red Murdoch, Mr. Irrelevant, out of Buffalo, turnover forcing machine, tackling machine in college. He flashed. How about Kareem Reed, who made the tip that set up the Jahdae Barron interception in pick 6. Reed had a couple other really good plays, blew up a screen with a nice tackle, had another good open field tackle. Sean Payton talking about what he saw from his young linebackers, starting with Murdoch.
They got good snaps, valuable snaps, both on defense, and so it was good. It was good exposure for them, part of the process, but we did a lot of things we wanted to accomplish, and so it was good to see those guys get the work.
Here's Sean, a little bit more, talking about these linebackers.
It's kind of like the tight end, you know, you've got the run fits, you got the pass game, you got the calls. If you're calling the defense, you know, you've kind of got quite a bit, you know, and you're hoping that that's a position instinctually. You know, they're not going to pick it up right away, but they learn quickly. Yeah, there's quite a bit. And then down in distance and what we're trying to do with each defensive play call. So there is a curve, you know, that there's a lot on their plate, but that's part of playing that position.
And finally, Zach Allen asked specifically about Red Murdoch.
At that position, you know, you got to have intensity and get to the ball. And, yeah, he plays sideline to sideline, plays really hard. So really encouraging stuff. Definitely glad he's on our side.
All right, so let's specifically talk about inside linebacker, okay? When you're talking about these young players and they're being asked to do a lot, how do you know you got something with one of these young linebackers?
Oh, some guys have it, some guys don't. We talked a lot about Red Murdoch, right? A lot. I mean, he's Mr. Irrelevant, and he caused all these fumbles in college, right? Like led the nation in fumbles caused in college. I mean, some guys just have a knack for making plays, and then you see him back it up. It's not all hype and all talk. You see him back it up in the first preseason game. It's like, okay, maybe this guy has what it takes. Kareem Reed, he had a really, really good training camp last year.
Yeah.
He was one of the more surprising guys for me. And then he went to the practice squad and kind of hung around. So that's another guy that you have to keep an eye out on. I think some guys they have that ability to make plays when it matters the most. And, both those guys started off really good in game one.
And Stink is inside linebacker, maybe the one position out there on the defense where the measurables don't matter as much. That if you have the instincts, if you have the smarts, if you have some of those other intangibles, you can not only find a place in this league, but end up, really being an impact player.
Well, I think that goes for any position. If you can, if you just understand the game and you can anticipate and you can just, do those things, it gets you. One thing about the inside linebacker position is you just see guys that show up at the ball. And they're constantly around the football. They're constantly making an impact. They're constantly first guy to the ball. Guys that just have that instinctual ability to diagnose and attack, those guys just make football teams regardless of what their 40 times are, regardless of how much vertical jump they have or how many times they can bench press 225. Those are the dudes that just seem to be able to create havoc. And it looked like, the other night you had two middle linebackers in Reed and Murdoch. They're just going to show up at the football.
Yeah, read, react, have awareness. I mean, that matters for a lot of positions. But, yeah, I think inside linebacker, safety, where you just have really, really good awareness and you can dissect plays. And then when you get there, you're a really good tackler. So, and it looks like both those guys have, so far they've done a really good job of that.
Yeah, the reason why I'm excited about both these guys and I'm curious to watch both these guys is take a look at your two incumbent inside linebackers right now. Alex Singleton came over here with the reputation of being more of a good depth linebacker, but definitely a special teams linebacker. Stink, I'll give you credit. You were the one that said, oh, no, this guy could do more if given the opportunity, and he's done that. And then you look at Sternad and what he's done and the role he's carved out for himself to the point where, George Payton in the offseason, it's like, if we're letting these kind of guys go, Singleton and Sternad, what are we doing? They're Broncos, right? So when you look at the incumbents, that's why I look at a guy like Red Murdoch and Kareem Reed and go, hey, why not these two?
Yeah,
why not?
No doubt about it. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, it's not like we got a bunch of first-round draft picks, playing inside linebacker for us. So you look at where those two guys have come from. You just look back to Danny Trevathan and, all these other really good inside linebackers that we've had around here. And, they weren't all high first-round picks.
By the way, you're a mystery man. Drew Sanders.
Yeah.
Third-round pick. Are we clear now? Because I know that he's been – is he outside? Is he inside? Is he an inside linebacker?
We're fixing to find out. Let's see how this camp goes.
But that's how they're using him.
Probably so. He whiffed on a special teams tackle, which isn't good. I mean, if you're this guy, you got to be great on special teams. You have to be a really good special teams player. So that's going to be a big part of him trying to make this football team is how he plays on special teams. But, yes, I would say that he should be an inside linebacker.
Because he was a third-round pick, if he's healthy. Automatic to make the team?
No.
Okay.
No. They got too many good players.
We're not. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Automatic to make the team.
Whoa.
What has he done in this league?
Whoa.
That is a JV take.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
JV take. JV question.
What did I say? If healthy.
He is healthy right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked the question.
No, he's got to make plays.
What has held him back since he got in the league?
Mark, take
all
over,
the injuries.
Please. Take over.
You drafted this guy in the third round with the idea that you projected him to be a starting linebacker for this team, but the injuries have held him back the last couple of years. Are you telling me that their opinion of him from draft day to now has changed, that if he's healthy, that they would not automatically want to see more?
Healthy doesn't mean you're good. Healthy doesn't mean you're making plays. Now, he had a sack in the game, but as Stokes said, he missed a special teams tackle. Man, you can't afford to miss a special teams tackle.
You don't bake into this the idea that, well, hey,
I don't bake anything in. If you got a couple of you just talked about Red Murdoch and you talked about Reed. If those guys are better than Drew Sanders and making plays.
But you don't factor.
We're just going to hold out
hope.
Well, that was 4 years ago. They drafted
but
this
you don't
guy.
factor into the idea that the guy hasn't played a lot of football.
No.
And when given the chance, if healthy,
That's
to
a
play
negative.
more football,
That's a negative.
we'll see the kind of player that we evaluated coming out of college.
Can you trust him? It's actually a
All
negative that he's gotten hurt so much. These guys have been healthy, and so if these guys are healthy,
that's why
I
said if healthy.
No, I'm talking about the other guys. The other guys are healthy. I mean, who are they going to trust more? They're going to trust those other guys because they've been healthy. He's got to play well and stay healthy. All of the above.
And
Not just stay healthy.
He's got to, just because he's healthy, he's going to have to outplay whoever he's competing with. And if he doesn't outplay him, then his spot is not guaranteed by any stretch.
He'll be a practice squad guy. That might be a guy they put on the practice squad. But
that was JV.
No, it wasn't.
That was
No,
one of the worst.
No,
one of
no,
the
it
worst
wasn't.
Ones. Just give the guy. I mean, you didn't draft him last year.
You guys are missing the nuance.
You know that, right?
Okay.
But take that L on the way out.
Yeah.
Ouch, Coach Malone.
Well done.
Oh, you know how much I love you, Coach Malone. I hate hearing that directed at me. All right, coming up next, the Bronco running backs definitely shined. Why did they shine, and how do guys like Sean Payton, Zach Allen, how do they look at guys? And we'll hear from R.J. Harvey as well about what he thinks he's doing better this year than as a rookie. That's all coming up next.
Summer's almost over. So where does Peyton Watson end up? Does he take Denver's $70 million and run it back? Does a sign and trade send him to Cleveland or Milwaukee? Or does he bet on himself, take the qualifying offer, and walk next summer? Nuggets fans need answers, and the clock is winding down. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, if you've built up a nice bit of equity in your house, might be a good time to invest in your home. New energy-efficient windows from Bluebird Windows will save you big money on energy costs, increase the value of your home, and make your house the envy of the neighborhood. And honestly, can you put a price on that? Get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors, locally and family-owned for 20 years now. Their install crews are tight-knit and experienced. Only local window company that offers a lifetime warranty on their labor. All this August is their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name and get an additional 5% off. Financing is available. Go to gobluebirdco.com and make today a Bluebird Day.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient, and we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Biondino Law Firm.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Well, the juice that was not here yesterday is definitely evident today, and it's a testament to all of you in Broncos country how you bring the juice. Because yesterday the bleachers were ruled unsafe, and so the fans were not allowed to be here yesterday, and it didn't have the same kind of energy. But we've got fans out here now, and the music's pumping, and the players are out here in full pads. Evan Ingram is doing these like barefoot, like thrust exercises. What would you call them?
Lunges.
Oh my! Those didn't look like.
Yeah, it was more lunges, just
no,
low lunges, like stay low lunges. The
yeah,
because
he
wasn't thrusting anything.
No, because the lunges are more where you are.
Only
you can
take.
Up. No, hold on. Again.
Only you could take
Wait
a football exercise and make it sexual.
Hot.
He was doing these thrusts.
He wasn't even close to any thrusting.
No, wait a minute. A lunge. If you look at people doing lunges, the upper body is upright, the chest is out, the head is up, and then you're doing the lunges. His was like he was in like a sprinter's, like coming out of the blocks type thing. So, all right, sprinter type exercises. How about that?
Tribe of Hate is
Tribe
just
of Hate
walked
is
in.
moist.
They're on
They're
a mission
angry,
today.
too.
Yeah, they're angry, too.
All
I'm
black.
going to go take my
Backpack is
throne for
black.
Hate of the Year.
Yeah.
Hater of the year.
Look at them. They're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you want to hate today?
Right. Who should we crush today? Is Sean Payton a bust?
All right. Let's talk about these running backs. Everyone's excited, right? You had to be excited watching Jonah Coleman, R.J. Harvey, but especially Jonah Coleman. Sean Payton, when you look at the film, what'd you see?
Yes, good balance, a real good elusive runner for his size. I would say good short area quickness and good balance. And the other night we had a few good examples of that.
And then he went on to explain why he cut short the amount of reps that Coleman got during the game.
I kind of felt like we knew what the roles were going to be like, and then there was a point. I think he had 2 or 3 carries, and all right, I've seen enough. Like I've seen enough here, and so it's just your instincts relative to the evening and who's playing. But I didn't need to see additional evidence of what I've been seeing for 3 weeks.
I love it. Just be smart with the guy, right?
What an endorsement!
Yeah, for a rookie in his first real action.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Coach is like, I'm good. I'm going to give you the veteran treatment.
I mean,
right.
we're playing two-hand touch out here, so you really don't know what he is when it comes to breaking tackles, how you play real running back in the NFL, tackle football. I mean, what is he going to look like? You only saw a few carries, and that was good enough. So, I mean, that's a veteran coach right there, too. That's what you get from a veteran coach, right? He's not going to be, I need to see more, do this, do that. Hey, I've seen enough. Right? Let's not overdo it. Now all of a sudden something negative happens.
So what's going on in Arizona right now? They ended up giving Jeremiah Love like 14 carries, and on the 14th he got a high ankle sprain. Now he's out for a while, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's just.
You guys didn't see enough of him. You didn't see enough of him during the draft process to draft him as the highest drafted running back, and you didn't see enough of him in the first 13 carries.
Now he's hurt.
Yeah, now
Good
he's
job.
hurt. Yeah,
good job, guys. I don't want to live in our fears, but also you just got to be smart about the situation.
Right.
I saw enough too. I'm just telling you. I think I saw enough to where I look at it now and say, it's Dobbins, and then behind Dobbins, the second back in, when it comes to the rotation starter, after 2 series for Dobbins, that third series is going to go to Coleman, and the third down back is R.J. Harvey.
All right, so you're saying that you want to get Coleman more reps, which I'm fine with, but you want to cut into J.K. Dobbins' playing time,
well,
not R.J. Harvey's.
Right, Harvey's just going to be our third down guy. We do 3 wides, third down. That's okay. But when we talk about going out there and being the next guy up on first down, I've seen enough. I mean, the first guy I want to put out there is Coleman. Did you see him run the ball?
Yeah. I agree with you on that. And then, there are going to be games when you play in a lot more 3 wides, a lot more nickel situations. Maybe you don't have as much success on first and second down, and you're in those situations where R.J. Harvey's going to get, a bunch of opportunities. But there are going to be games where everything works according to plan, like they did against Atlanta. And R.J. Harvey is going to be more of a spectator.
All right, so is Harvey is he secure enough in that third down role, or can you see Coleman taking on more of an R.J. Harvey role?
Well, Mark, you talked about the one blitz pickup he missed, and that's a big part of being in that third down role.
Yeah, I mean, he whiffed on a blitz pickup, and again, but that was a technique. That was a technique thing more than it was. It wasn't a lack of desire or a lack of effort. It was a lack of technique. He sat and waited for the blitzer to come to him. You got to close ground. You got to eat those blitzers up in the line of scrimmage, and so that's one of those things you've got to learn. I remember Christian McCaffrey as a young player saying that he studied Darren Sproles, who was 5'6" and 180 pounds. Because Darren was a good blitz pickup guy. He goes, how can I become a great blitz pickup guy? Let me study a small guy that did it well and see how he did it. So, that's one of those things you got to learn. But, I could see him taking over some of that role.
Because Harvey was really good. He scored a lot of touchdowns last year. He was really good as a pass-catching running back. So that's my question. Do you see that upside with Coleman being a pass-catching threat, an outside threat, or is he, really good as a inside runner, and that's why he takes away from Dobbins?
I saw him catch a ball in that game on, a little flare out, and
I haven't seen a ton of it, Mark.
No, I haven't.
We really haven't seen a ton to say where, obviously he's not. I don't know. He's not. Jahmyr Gibbs or Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield, right? So you're not putting him in that category. How does he compare to R.J. Harvey when it comes to catching the football? I haven't seen a ton enough of it to say, oh, yes, for sure, or no, absolutely not. Let's see how it progresses.
I just think, look, the endorsement of Coleman I love, and to me, it's not a punishment. It's not a loss of confidence at all in J.K. Dobbins. It's just an understanding that J.K. Dobbins, it is what it is. I don't care about pinky promises and buying me a drink. He's a ticking time bomb when it comes to an injury. And if Jonah Coleman can get enough reps and be a really good J.K. Dobbins fill-in, that you can just somehow maybe reduce the odds of J.K. Dobbins getting hurt while in the process getting a real good player in Jonah Coleman, then let's do it.
I told you guys this before we even saw a first preseason game. If J.K. Dobbins were to get hurt, I believe that Jonah Coleman would have usurped R.J. Harvey. You would have kept him in that third down role.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I said that before we saw any evidence, before we saw, just based on what I had studied, what I had seen here in practice, and then that just got confirmed.
But what if J.K. Dobbins is healthy?
Then you're not going to – J.K. Dobbins isn't
Why do you hate J.K. Dobbins?
I don't.
He doesn't go in there every series.
I'm looking out for J.K. Dobbins.
Right now. Oh, wait, I want to hear this one.
I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
I'm looking out for JK.
Okay. No, I know. It's fine. Even it doesn't matter. Like, he'll go 2 series, and then the third series is McLaughlin last year, or the third series is someone else. You're not going to put. He's not in there every single series. Okay. So that third series, look, boom, that's Coleman. And then you go back to Dobbins for the 4th series, and then maybe the 5th series is Coleman, depending on how they're running, or Dobbins takes 2 more series. But you're going to rotate them in. You're not going to have Dobbins be that guy that's in there, 85% of the time. I just don't. Especially with the way Coleman's running, you're not going to be able to keep him off the football field.
By the way, let's give a little love to R.J. Harvey, who had talked yesterday and said, "Hey, I understood. I had a lot to learn."
Yeah, I feel like this year I feel way more comfortable. Coming from college last year, we had a lot of one-word play calls, and, coming to the NFL is way different. I feel way more comfortable. I'm not thinking as much when I'm on the field now, so, yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable.
I mean, you already saw it the other day when he ran much better, running inside. He admitted earlier on in mini camps that he had spent time studying a lot of running backs this offseason. So I just got to push back on the idea that we have to put R.J. Harvey in this box. And this is exactly what he is. I'm still open to the idea that this guy can be a really good all-around running back, and not just typecast as you're a third down back.
Okay. Who do you think looked better?
Yeah.
Who do you think looked better?
Jonah Coleman.
Okay.
I mean, when it comes to running between the tackles, but I also know R.J. Harvey is a real good outside threat. He proved it last year in the NFL, something Jonah Coleman hasn't done yet. So if you're telling me that R.J. Harvey, I already know he checks that box, and in your words, he looked like a better inside runner the other night than he did last year, then I'm just open to the idea of him doing more.
Got full pads today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think. Look, you know what? Let's summarize this up. Okay. I'm gonna bring this thing together for all of us.
Put a bow on this.
I'm gonna put a bow on it. Bring it all together. Our running back room is so much better than what it was a year ago.
So much better.
I feel so much better about it. If something does happen to Dobbins, that this team won't miss a beat. So I think that's put that bow tie on that one, and then we got full padded practice today. Let's go.
And most importantly, are you ready to weed eat?
Oh, I'm going to stay out here and watch some practice, and I'm going to think about what I need to do.
Get yourself psyched up.
I know. I'm going to screw something up. I know I am.
I can't wait for the recap tomorrow, 6 a.m. Be here for that. We'll be out here again tomorrow. In the meantime, what do those scoundrels, Dover and Cecil, have in store for us? Find out coming up next.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker looking for more than just a job ready for a career? At Smart Local 9, we offer strong, reliable, family-supported wages, employer-paid health care with no out-of-pocket premiums, and a dependable retirement with both pension and 401k so you can retire with dignity. Learn more at smw9.com. Experience the strength of collective bargaining with Smart Local 9 Sheet Metal Workers Union. Visit them at smw9.com. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE, or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. If you've played sports, worked hard, or just live in Colorado, you know how lingering knee, shoulder, or back pain can slow you down. But you don't have to just live with it. Regen RX specializes in targeted platelet-rich plasma, or PRP, and regenerative stem cell therapy. These treatments use your body's natural power to repair damaged tissues, reduce inflammation, and help you say goodbye to those chronic aches and pains. Stop masking the problem. Call 303-630-9770 or visit them online at regenrx.co.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance.